Hey everyone, CozyAzeroth here with Susan as usual.
Hello.
Off camera,
Yes.
but
Sorry, always
you're
off
missing out
camera.
on her cuteness and
Oh, my love.
beauty and sexiness and
Oh.
adorableness.
Ooh.
And then, but you get Dinah right here, just as cute. Maybe not just as cute, almost as cute. Oh, Dinah, you're pretty cute. Yeah. Oh, look at that! What a cute cat. What a cute cat. All right, let's get in the game. We're gonna try to finish up this rookie pet mob achievement we've been working on for some days now.
It's.
Although we did try out some of the new content, but you didn't seem to enjoy it as much.
I'll be fine. I'll get into it. But I think I'm just hyper fixated on
These pet battle achievements?
Pet battle.
I get it. Let me see where my pets are here. I need to swap out the spider. Or wait a couple minutes. So I can probably throw this tiny harvester in there. Yeah. Well, that's weird. I don't see any infinite whelplings here now.
Oh.
Are they only here sometimes?
I mean, they've been there every time.
They're not here for me.
That's weird. They're everywhere usually.
Whelplings have flown the coop. The dragon coop. That's weird. Yeah, I don't see them. That's so weird. It's kind of fun to spend time running around Tanaris. You know, what really doesn't translate is how difficult these areas were, though. You know, they used to be. Now you can just kind of, you know, kill enemies without any trouble at all. But back in the day, if you were, you know, at level or a little bit below level, you had to really tread lightly.
I can imagine.
Otherwise, you would be toast. But now you can just kind of fly over it all, and yeah, they've deprioritized the difficulty.
So, my love, I hope it shows. I updated my name on.
Oh, yeah. Now that you mention it, I didn't notice it, but
I just now did it.
Just now.
Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn it said Susan Douglas a minute ago.
Well, yeah,
yeah, when you came online.
Yes.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Okay.
But I didn't. It didn't register, but I did see it, and now that you mention it, I noticed it explicitly.
Yeah, I just did it because I know you were telling me, oh yeah, you should do it. You know, it's time to do it, and I'm like, oh yeah.
And you did.
I would forget, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it now.
Looks better.
It does.
Don't get too used to it.
Tell everybody our business.
Gonna be happy being Susan Fruling.
We're gonna be the most happy being Susan Fruling.
Get ready, practice that signature.
Oh my gosh, you know what, and I guarantee just as I get used to doing Douglas again. Oh no. Okay. I was like, okay, because you were saying all the infinite whelplings were gone, and I was getting worried. I'm like, I was flying around. I'm like, I did not see any pets, and then a couple disappeared. I'm like, oh.
I wonder if it's just proximity to the caverns of time, like something might be story driven. You know, they developed this system where things phase in and out of view based on your progress in the storyline, which is great, better for storytelling, bad for consistency sometimes.
Yeah.
You have different players who are in the same group seeing different things sometimes. So it's like, what? You know, it's just, they bit the bullet on that. I think they did that in Cataclysm. So long ago in Cataclysm. WoW has been around so long that they have Mists of Pandaria Classic. It didn't seem like that long ago when it was brand new. Bruce J6, thanks for following. Watching for the first time, we'll love to come watch again. Yeah, keep tuning in. Appreciate that. We're just doing some low-key pet battling tonight. How are you doing? Yeah, Mists of Pandaria Classic. I can't believe it. I didn't play much of Mists of Pandaria when it came out because I had recently started doing Aplia and I was just working so much. I need that desert spider. Oh no, that's right. I abandoned that. Oh, I lost that pet battle. I didn't capture that blue desert spider. Unless I can recapture this one so I can get another one. Yeah, appreciate everyone who tunes in. I don't know what we're doing that's interesting enough to justify someone watching us play WoW, but we're just having a good old time and chit-chatting and doing some pet battling. We always have a good time.
Always have a good time.
We always have a good time, that's for sure. And I don't see anywhere near as many pets tonight. You having the same issue?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder why. There's one. Done so many YouTube videos on this one achievement. I made a playlist on YouTube just of these videos for this achievement.
It takes a while. Is there another area that has the pets?
What pets?
Like.
You mean this level?
Yeah.
Well, we're in level 13 and 14, right? You want something similar?
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just getting tired of this area.
Well, there's Ungoro Crater that has level 15 to 16. Dustball and Marsh has level 12 to 13.
Those would be okay.
You can go to Dustball and Marsh if you want.
Yeah.
Just north of us across the water.
Okay. Well, I'm in a pet battle. Let's
Yeah,
go there.
let me finish this one, then we'll do it.
Sounds good to me.
Something different.
Yeah.
I was thinking, even though I really need to be able to seclude myself a little bit to record the math videos on the iPad, I can probably sit here with you and work on the stuff for them on the iPad.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
Well, sure. Yeah.
You know, I guess, it's like I know I just need to be able to like hide away and record it on my own, get my headspace, so I do a good job at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can work on it.
Yeah, you can do all the prep.
Right, which won't take much, but I want to at least have, if I'm doing math problems, I want to write out the problems in advance and whatnot. So.
Yeah.
I could get that Apple Pencil paired with it. Okay, so we're gonna head over. Let's get in a group.
Oh yeah.
Like,
No, you don't think it's gonna affect anything, though, right?
I don't. It'll be fine.
Oh, we're phased though.
Yep.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. I'll come get you. Actually, let me get on a different mount here. Actually, I'm going to switch flight styles real quick. Give me 1 second here. There we go. This should go faster. I remember when they released the dragon riding for the first time, what they now call fast flying or whatever they call it, sky riding. And everyone was saying, man, wouldn't it be cool if they did that in the rest of the old world? And now here it is.
Now we do.
Now we do. You able to hop on?
Yep.
Oh, I love you. All right, so you want to head to Dustwallow Marsh.
That's the 12 and 13?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems to be
It'll be adequate.
pretty safe.
Mm-hmm. I remember when there was no water here. This is all flooded during the Cataclysm, this water right here in front of us. Yep. In the original game, this was a raceway that was down in that valley. A racetrack run by the goblins. And if you go down under the water, you can still find remnants of the racetrack down there under the water.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. And they had this elevator. I forget exactly where it is. I'd have to fly around and find it, but you could take an elevator from the top of the cavern to the bottom of the cavern. And the elevator's all broken now, but the remnants of it are still around. That's one of those things, like, it was so cool. I don't know why they decided to change that, but, whatever. Alright, Dustwallow Marsh, here we are. With some pets right in front of us, so.
Oh, I've been using my spawn of the Nixia.
Have you?
It's pretty cool. Like, it has some good abilities. I think she's a rare one, but I don't remember.
You want to try to go kill an Ixia real quick? I already have it, the mount. We're right here if you want to try to get it real quick.
Oh, oh, I just got a pet battle, but yeah, let me
Yeah.
do this pet battle, and then yeah, let's go.
I'll do a pet battle as well, real quick.
I mean, if we're
literally right here, so
yeah, if we're close by, you know.
and it's the easiest, shortest raid there is to do. So
I mean, but you know, how many times I do it with you before, and I never got it. So
I didn't get it for years, and I finally got it.
but we also were doing it when we had higher mount, and all the ones I didn't get.
It's all a roll of the dice, baby. Roll the dice.
Sounds jarring when you say that.
What?
Baby.
Baby, I don't know. Just baby needs a new pair of shoes. I don't know. Different sense of baby, I guess.
Well, it's so crazy because I mean, obviously, you know, it's like a common pet name, and it's one that I used forever. And with you, it just doesn't.
I don't like it. I never liked it actually.
It doesn't hit right.
I never liked it. It's diminutive. I don't like it. You know.
It was funny though. It's, you know, I mean, with my children, you know, I always.
Well, yeah, but that's diminutive. Then it makes sense, you know.
But I would, you know, when Sammy was, when she was, what, good 2 or 3, and I would, you know, and I'm like, and I would just, you know, just be talking to her and like, oh, come on, baby, let's go. And she's like, I'm not a baby, I am a big girl.
You picture Sammy doing that? That's pretty funny.
Okay.
I'll come over to you and we can head over into Emixia's lair here in a second.
Oh, I forgot we're gonna do that. I
Oh.
started another one, but
That's okay. I'll do another one as well then.
yeah, you go ahead and do another one. I am so sorry, I totally forgot.
That's okay.
I have a memory of a goldfish apparently. Do you have, what are your toad situations?
My what?
Your toad situations.
What do you
Level of toad. Do you have a toad? I'm sure you do.
Just a plain old toad?
Yes. Toad.
I have one toad and it is poor quality.
Well, if you want, I have an Onyxia here that has a rare, blue backless toad.
Oh.
If you want it.
Sure. Let me. Since I'm almost done with this, give me a second. Might as well finish this one up rather than abandoning this one.
Yeah, don't abandon it. Yeah.
And then I'll swap pets accordingly. What level is it?
Level 12.
Okay.
Just be careful, because I did forget, because I I should have realized, because I played this one for so long. It's tricky. It can heal itself.
Mm-hmm.
And it killed two of my pets and almost my main one. So I forfeited, and 'cause I was gonna try to capture the toad, but I can't. I knew I had to give up. I had to give up.
Just a second there, my love.
Okay, well,
Okay, let me get the right level pets going. It's level 12. I have no level 12? I do. I don't know. I have an 11. Let's use an 11 and a 13. And a 13. That'll probably do the trick. Right there. Is it this one right here?
yep. Well, I hope so. Say I forfeited. Does it have it?
I'm looking. It does. Thanks, my love.
You're welcome, my love. While you're doing that, and I'll just wait until you're done, and then we'll go do the
Mixed use layer?
Yeah.
Yep. I just got turned into a frog.
So, is it? Oh. So, oh, God, so that. Okay. How did your GovCon work then? Like, did you?
Oh, so we're doing like Gov for
Okay.
the first semester, and then moving on.
With the same teacher? Oh, okay. See, at my school, we had separate teachers.
Oh, really?
So we did
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah, that's how it was for like how we were young.
Okay.
Yeah, like we have like second. Yeah, and like my like GovCon teacher, she also teaches like geography, and we're her only senior class. the only people that actually live house year round.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because only seniors need that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you're doing, you said, I'm sorry, what are you doing first?
Go.
Stuff. You said stuff first.
Yeah.
I found that very interesting. You
Really?
might. You might, even, you know, like, I don't know if you'll learn about what's going on with our program.
Because like she said, like we're doing like we're gonna do some like current event stuff and like how it relates. And, yeah.
Well, I found, like, learning about, like, the British Amendment and,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a lot of it.
Okay, we did like a mini like quiz thing today
Oh.
to see like how much of like the government thing we do.
Yeah.
I knew barely any of it. It made no sense.
What they say, the citizen tax that they give.
It was that. It was that.
They say most Americans could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was that. It was so
It
hard.
was?
Yeah. Yeah, like I
Well,
like
like, if you're only 17, think about, like, you know, they say, like, full-grown, like, adults live their whole life. Like, I don't know. Some people probably do that, but,
yeah. Yeah, like me and my friend
like,
we
what
left.
were some of the questions? Do you remember?
Some of them were easy.
Yeah, quiz me. Quiz me.
I don't remember most of the questions. One of them was like, who, something about like who's in charge or like the executive branch or like stuff like that.
Who's in charge of the executive branch?
I think.
That should be an easy one.
I didn't know that.
Right? I think that's right. It's John would feel stupid.
Yeah, and then some of them
The
were
president?
The president.
Yeah, it's the
some of them
president.
were
Yeah.
like how many senators are there?
Two for every state.
Yes. Well, yeah, the senators, there's two for every state, and then Congress, it depends on the population.
Yeah, I forget the exact number though. I forget.
But every state has different amounts of congressmen. It depends. I think it depends on their population, right?
It does.
So,
But it was
but
like,
I don't know how many do we have? Quite a few.
400 some odd.
Yeah, we have. Yeah. Oh, that many?
Mhm.
Yeah, we have over like 400.
I love that question for you. I think I just wrote a lot.
Do you remember any other questions?
Some of them were easy, like who's the president today,
Oh.
who's the vice president,
No.
but who will become president if the president isn't able to serve. or
Right.
something.
Okay.
And then if the president and vice president.
I think
Speaker of the
that
House.
is the Speaker of the House.
Yeah, there was another question about the speaker. I knew like half of them.
Well, half is.
How many like amendments are there?
Oh, there's 27? 27 amendments? I think there's. Oh, that's what I said. I think there's 27 amendments.
Yeah, I remember the exact number. I would say 26 or 27. I
Yeah,
remember exactly.
26 or 27.
I said 27.
Yeah,
26 or 27.
that's
Yeah.
one of those things that out of context it's hard to remember enough. You know.
Yeah. Now, I don't, if you said it, you know, well, I mean, everybody should hopefully know the First Amendment. You don't know the First Amendment?
Wasn't there like 18th like rights or stuff? Or was that
I think women's right to vote was 18.
Sounds right off the top of my head. I'm bad at memorizing the details.
I mean, a lot of people know the freedom of speech, freedom of religion. Do you know the Second Amendment? The right to bear arms?
In a well-organized militia, if you want to read the whole the whole amendment.
Okay, well, see, you're going to learn.
The most misquoted amendment there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and now, like, what is it? Is it the Sixth Amendment that is the due process? Is that Sixth Amendment or Fourth Amendment? Well, that one should be because people are saying, due process because of all the people that are, that were being like basically picked up off the street by ICE and
Shipped off to God knows where.
shipped
Yeah.
off to
Treated God
even
knows how
American
well.
citizens who were just like, some of them were mistaken identity. Oops, our bad. That kind of thing. So, okay, well, I don't know. This will be, I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed government.
Really?
I loved it. I liked it way better than Econ.
I don't want to do that.
I liked it so much better than Econ.
And econ is going to be at like second semester, and then that's when I'm going to be like done in school.
Maybe they do that on purpose.
The-
Maybe they do it on purpose.
The founder of the company I used to work for won the Nobel Prize in economics about four years ago.
Wow.
Mhm.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they do that on purpose.
They
They know that we're going to be over
And
everything.
most, if not all of you, are going to be 18 already. So
But
Actually,
Amanda,
not a lot of people.
you got to remember it's good to know things.
it is good to know things.
Oh my
Because also, you are going to be in a profession where you are literally going to also have to talk to people. And what do you, not saying that everybody you're going to talk to is going to talk like all that kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
you got to know things.
Yeah, it's just good to be well-rounded and know
You
things.
also have to know that kind of stuff. You also have to know more pop culture stuff.
Yeah.
That is also a big topic
big-
here.
Yeah, when I'm doing hair.
What did John Stuart Mill say? It's better to be Socrates dissatisfied than a pig satisfied. Or,
I don't know what that means.
basically means humans are better than just rolling in the mud to be happy. Intellectual pursuits matter more than mere happiness.
I mean, I guess, yeah. Maybe for some people. Okay, well, I can't wait to hear more about, but that's not until, it's now, so I can't wait to hear. It's gonna be, I don't know, I think it'll be fun. And I'm sure you will also find some parallels to, Hamilton.
Yeah.
An excuse later.
Yes.
See, we're right here.
Oh,
Alright, I'm gonna go to bed.
okay, sweetheart.
I
And yeah, y'all see you in the morning.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my god, yeah.
We got to run around this way.
Yeah, see you in the morning. Love you.
I love you, sweetheart.
Here, I'll mark myself.
Did you get your tote?
I did. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, now there's more pets.
It's kind of sad to see how little people care about learning these days. It's just like,
I know.
it's so very foreign to me.
I mean,
This way, shortcut right down here.
also to be completely honest, also I
Hmm?
didn't care about the learning. I just wanted to do it just to get through high school.
Well,
But
to each their own.
I will tell you, I completely now looking back regret not caring more about it. So I see what you're saying 100%.
Well, you can't trust young people to know any better. You can't let them be the decision makers about those things.
Exactly. But it's a vicious cycle though, because they also don't want to be told. So
Well,
right? And you can't make people, can't make them do anything.
well, you can to some extent. It's just I think they've backpedaled. They've tried to they've watered down education so much where you really can escape through. you know, and
Oh, well, in an educator way, but
Yeah.
I'm talking me as a parent. I
oh, no,
can't
I'm talking
make
about in
her-
an educator kind of way. The school district,
Got it.
the school system has completely failed. You know,
No, okay, no, I totally agree with that.
They
I
try-
totally agree with that.
trying to make everything so fun and so whatever that it's like, you know, hey, sometimes you just have to learn this stuff and it's not fun. Too bad, you know.
Yeah.
And they have teachers that have enough wherewithal to force them to do it, you know.
Yeah.
It's not a popular view of education these days, I know, but, you know,
Yeah.
never stopped me before. Here come the little baby dragons here in a second. Here they come. Aren't they cute?
Here they come to rest the day.
I think the only reason I enjoyed Econ was because of Mrs. Wara.
She was the only part of econ I liked too. She was,
Well, now I can, having worked with you know, professional economists, I've come to appreciate economics. Oh no, I thought that was it. That's the quest. Did you get it? Did you get it? What'd you get? No. I thought I saw Head of Onyxia. I thought that was it, but it's not. That's the one that begins the quest.
well, darn, that's okay.
Bummer. Well, should we go continue our pet battling?
Yeah.
Let's go. I had Alonji for government back in the day, and I was, you know, one step above a young Republican back then, and so he and I used to spar quite a bit.
Didn't everybody have a laundry?
I don't know.
Who did I have?
I have no idea.
Mr. Alon. It sounds familiar. I think I had him too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there were only like maybe two.
Mm-hmm.
There was the other one that I think he did, but I don't remember. It was when we were in our freshman year. I remember when we had world history.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, I cannot remember his name.
I had Mr. Williams for world history in 9th grade.
See, I had Mr. Williams for American history in 11th grade.
I had Mrs. Wara for American history, 11th grade.
Well, see, I didn't have Mrs. Warren until econ.
I had her for econ and history. I remember that.
Shoot, no, I'm trying to remember. He was like on the youngish side. He was friends with Mr. Williams.
I mean,
And
that was
he
Mr.
looked like Waldo from Where's Waldo.
Oh, okay. You'd have to point him out in the yearbook. I don't know.
Cannot remember his name. The only thing that I at the time, you know, you don't really clock it, but now you look back on it, and or maybe it wasn't like I had. Maybe when I met up with maybe people who, you know, from high school, and we would talk about like teachers from high school, and we would talk about him and how he used to go up to all the girls and like to massage their shoulders during class.
That's weird.
Yeah. Now I look back.
I mean, you know, people were loosier about stuff like that then, but still, that's kind of even back then that would be blurring the lines a bit.
Yeah, but nobody ever said anything, and you'd be sitting there. And I remember when he would, and he did it to almost all the girls. I mean, it's not like he had like a favorite. He did it to almost all the girls. And, you know, there was one girl I remember, I think, a girl that I've told you I don't like, and I think you're like, oh no, she's cool, but she tortured me in high school.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it's I'm not going to tell tales literally out of school here, but
But she would kind of. Oh my gosh, these things are kicking my butt. There's no way I'm gonna win this one. Okay, I'm gonna have to. She would say, oh yeah, well, he used to kind of like when he would rub her shoulders that he used to get a little bit lower, and I'm like, no, he didn't, because she.
who knows?
Maybe he did.
Can't trust things people say in high school either, I think. Who knows?
Well, this girl did.
Right, there are problem causers all over the place, so. Who knows? Maybe
Okay,
true, maybe not be true. Who knows?
Totally. These spawn of Onyxias, like, I've used mine forever. I got mine from like a level 11 to level 17. And they're great to use, but they're not fun to fight. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose.
I had another pet at level 10. Let's see how I'm doing on my achievement progress here. 63 out of 75. Getting there. Okay, so that spider is done. And on to Winter Rageling. Did feel good to go for a walk.
It did.
Definitely feel my back. I've been sitting down too much. Oop, I actually killed the pet. I was trying to hit the wrong button. I meant to do the
I hate when I
trap.
do that.
What's that?
I hate when I do that.
Yeah, it's okay. Then I already had two uncommon spiders. I was just trying to capture a third one. All good. Alright, my Wolpertinger has reached level 10. That is 64 out of 75. Hoot, hoot. Getting there. Gotta decide what I can throw in there now. I have all these poor quality level 7 and 8 pets. So use the tiny harvester. And the Gipper. Swap in a different higher level pet. Like this maggot. Almost feels strange to be pet battling in a different area after so many days in Tenaris, you know.
I know.
You're there for a week.
Yeah.
There's some pets, yeah.
Well, you know what, my love, it's probably good that that you're gonna go out and get your oil changed and drive a little bit tomorrow, because I have 2 calls tomorrow, one at 10:30, one at 11:30.
Okay.
So
Well, I gotta get the oil changed, but and it needs to be cleaned on the inside too, so I'll probably just go do that right after, and then I'll maybe come home for lunch or something, and then go back out and drive. Wonder how Garrett's doing. Never said he's got COVID, of course, but he has a CHP thing on Thursday tomorrow. And Amber would rather he not go. I think he's probably going to go. And I think he's invincible. Everyone else is too, apparently. Just captured an uncommon mouse.
nice.
Oh, while you were talking to Matt, I got a tip from the airport run I did earlier.
Nice.
So, yeah, it is nice. Not a huge tip, but, a tip nonetheless. So
Every little bit counts.
it does, especially when it's like pulling teeth this week.
So hopefully, now that by next week, school will be fully in effect.
Mm-hmm.
And then you never know. Maybe you'll have a lot of rides on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be fine. It'll all be fine. I have this one toad. It's called Lifelike Toad. It's mechanical, but it looks like a real toad.
I am obsessed with the mechanical ones.
Really?
I love the mechanical pets.
Oh, I need to go over to Mechagon. And...
I only have
have all
two
those?
pets I need to finish
Yeah.
that achievement,
Mm-hmm.
but they're hard to find.
Oh, we can go do it one of these days, whenever you want.
I would love to go and try to finish the last two I need.
They were a route. I mean, I just killed things until I found them, I think. I don't think I had to do anything particularly out of the ordinary to get those.
I just couldn't find them.
Mm-hmm. So you like the mechanical ones.
I do. I don't know why.
I'm not sure I have a favorite kind of pet. The mechanical ones are fun. I like them. But, I like the flying books, the magic books.
Oh, I like
those are
too.
fun.
I like the flying book. I think I have one, and then I like the hands.
Oh, yeah, the ones that walk along,
Mhm.
like whatever its name is.
Thing.
Thing, yes.
I have two of those, but I think I only have one of the books. But I like the book.
I have a mechanical one, and I have ones that are just like bones.
You have a mechanical hand.
I think so.
I don't think I do. I'm jealous.
Here, what's it called? Hold on, I forget the name of it. It's up here towards the top somewhere. Let me find it. Lost Robo Grip. There you go.
I love it.
I love the caption. It's not clear who the original owner of this arm was, but they're not getting it back now. Lex at Night, thank you for following. And we met our follower goal. Thanks for helping us meet our follower goal. How are you doing today? Thanks for tuning in.
Lex at night.
Lex at Night.
I love it.
Well, we all have a daytime personality and a nighttime personality. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm running out of like uncommon and rare pets to add into the mix here. I just have to keep leveling up low level ones, so we are doing
Love
well.
to. Again, like you said, they don't know that they're low level. And
That's true. The pets don't know they're poor.
They
Right.
don't know.
We're doing great. Yeah. We're just went for a walk earlier, got dinner all out of the way, made a little bit of money today. Not as much as I would have liked, but some money, and
Some money is better than none or negative.
we're working on this one pet battling achievement right here. Rookie Pet Mob, raising 75 pets to level 10. So it's taken a while,
Slowly but surely.
but we're getting there.
I'm at 69 and 75.
I am at 64 out of 75. We decided we were down in Tenaris, but we decided to come over here to oh, bloody hell, what's the name of this place? Dustwall Marsh. Because we've been in Tenaris for like a week,
For a while, yeah.
working on this achievement for an hour or two at a time. It's been kind of a slow Uber driving few days. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
That's okay. It'll pick up. And I'll go out for a little bit this weekend. And
Yeah.
that'll help. While you're getting your nails done and whatever. And then you're going to
No,
brunch
I'm not
and-
going to the movies with Aubrey.
Oh, yeah. Nails is next week.
Yes.
Movies with
No.
Aubrey.
Nails is hair. Amanda's hair is next week.
Hair is next week. Yeah, we do have a full couple weekends.
Mhm.
All right. This little hair and nails and things like that.
Welcome to living with girls, my love.
Yep. Look forward to getting down to the coast sometime in
Yes,
September.
I can't wait.
Out of this dreadful heat. I don't have any pet bandages, so I have to keep swapping my pets in and out. This one right in here. I just love watching the pet battle animations. They're so fun. They build a lot of that's Susan was here. They build a lot of personality into the small critters. Melon. How you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, I need to move my jeans over in a minute. I'm gonna do that real quick. Or let's do. Actually, the washer's still going.
No, it does that weird where
Oh yeah.
it seems like it is, but then it does it and then it unlocks.
Well, time to move the laundry over. Hang tight, everyone who's still watching. Do a couple polo shirts in there too, so like polo shirts
Mm-hmm.
with a little bit of sun while last bit of summer's going on too. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Oops, we're getting attacked by a hatchling here.
I just caught a rare mouse.
Nice.
And got my infected squirrel up to one home.
Nice. I love the infected squirrels and infested bear cubs and funny.
It gives you a little bit of an advantage when they die.
Well, they come back to life for a hot minute.
Yep. the infected squirrel, they have the one
Mhm.
that the one's attack that it gives you 100% of the damage you dealt, and
Mhm.
I love doing that one just as they die
Oh
because
yeah.
they come back with like what 5
Mhm.
they attack, and then
Mhm.
they have however much. Yeah,
Right.
feels like cheating almost.
If it's in the rules, it's not cheating.
You are correct. But now I'm back down to having to level up a level 6 and a level 7.
Yeah, I've got a level. What am I working on right now? I've got a level 7 and a level 7. I've got other ones I could level up, but I'm trying to do the rare and the uncommon ones first. I can weed out the board. That's terrible. I didn't mean it that way.
Did you? Or did
I'm
you
no
not?
Republican. I am a bit of a pet elitist, that's true, as you put it.
You are. But I love you all.
Oh, thanks, my love. Don't kick me out and make me live on the street like Diogenes the Cynic. Don't make them kick me out and make me live on the street like Diogenes the Cynic.
Oh.
Live with the dogs in a wine jug. When Diogenes was reminded that he was exiled, he said, "That's okay. I exiled the rest of them to stay home."
I mean, just reminds me of the show that the girls and I used to watch, and
Mhm.
one of the girls on it, like, just, I don't know, like, she wasn't one of the popular ones, whatever, but her friend was always very protective of her, and they were out somewhere, and somebody said something rude to the friend who was not very popular, but she was a very positive person,
Mhm.
and they said something bad about her outfit or something, and the friend says, "Hey, that was rude," and then the friend who got told off says, "Oh, it's okay. I rewired my brain to make all insults into a compliment. So thank you."
Yeah, well, it's funny 'cause that is like Diogenes. He used to live in a wine jug on the streets and live with the dogs, and so people started calling him the dog because he lived on the streets with the dog, and he liked it so much he started calling himself the dog. It was great.
Well, you take the power away from somebody being mean. Yeah, I get it.
Diogenes was the original troll. Yes. Yes, pet battling tonight. Yes, we are trying to complete this achievement. Rookie pet mob, raising 75 pets to level 10, and we're at 60. I'm at 64 out of 75, and we're slow going, but we're getting there.
Ooh, I'm 70, 75.
Yeah, you're gonna beat me to it. Another fun little story about Diogenes. I probably mentioned this one to you, but while we're talking about Diogenes, he became so well known that Alexander the Great went to go see Diogenes and see what all the fuss was about. And he said to Diogenes, "Diogenes, it looks like you're down on your luck a little bit here. You're living on the street and whatnot." He says, "Is there anything I can do for you, Diogenes?" Diogenes, true story, looked at Alexander the Great and said, "Yeah, step out of my sunlight a little bit." After that, Alexander the Great said about Diogenes that if I hadn't been Alexander, I would have been Diogenes. That's what I was going to the grades. That's quite the compliment. The other day, I talked about the game I'm developing. So interesting. The character menu is very cool. The character menu is very cool, and I spent quite a bit of time thinking about it before we started working on it. And that's part of the reason it came together so quickly, but it did come together quickly. We went from having a sketch on a piece of paper to having a working character selection screen in about 5 hours. So that I'm proud of that because it came together really smoothly. And the artwork is all my friend Dylan, who's working on the game with me. He's the pixel artist of the two of us. I'm very, very proud of the character selection screen. Thank you for noticing it. We're really running out of room in that code, though. we're gonna have to get creative with the title screen because we only have about 400 tokens left in the whole code. So we're gonna have maybe a title and a subtitle and a couple of characters doing something simple that we can write a little bit of code to add a little sparkle to it. And then because there's still some things we need to do, like fixing the position of the text inside the boxes because the names are different lengths. We need to write a little bit of code that changes the positioning of the text based on the length of the name it contains and stuff like that. So how much time till releasing it or making it public? Well, it's been oft said that the devil's in the details, and that is particularly true when it comes to this game. It's like 85% done. We don't have much room to do anything else, but there's still a little bit of polishing. And so the title screen is one big thing. Implementing the Kai Blast colors, that's what we did a couple days ago. The projectiles are Kai Blast. I don't know if you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z or not, but I was not. And but Dylan wanted different colors for the Kai Blast for the different characters, and we spent some time streaming on Sunday, and it just was not going well. We kept breaking things. Every time we tried to do something, we'd break something else. And it finally occurred to me, we're just doing this the hard way. There's a better way to do it. So I spent a day on Monday evening fixing that. So a title screen and some tweaks to the text inside the game. The size of the pop-up boxes isn't working in a couple cases to hold all the text that needs to go into it. Little things like that. So, I don't know, maybe a month or two. It's going to take a small number. Excuse me. A small number of programming sessions to get it done. What are my expectations for the game? I mean, what do you want to achieve? Do you have like some sort of goal? Well, I'd made simpler games than this before, and I've never made a game this complicated in a modern programming language. I used to write programs in BASIC way back in the day. So first of all, I wanted to make a game from start to finish that's more complicated than I'd made, and Dylan had this cool idea for a game, and so we decided let's just do it and see what we can learn. So that was goal number one: learn how to make games.
There's a commercial.
Is there a commercial? Oh, well, we'll give it a second.
Because they will see the same ones, right, that I'm seeing?
Probably. Didn't realize there was an ad. Hang tight.
It's like 2 seconds left.
Let me know when it's done.
Mm-hmm.
We're back?
Done.
Okay, we're back. So what are my goals? I was just saying I'd never made a game this complicated in a modern programming language. I used to write games in BASIC way back in the day, and I wanted to learn to make a game as complicated as this, more complicated than the simpler little games I've made in a modern programming language. So right off the bat, it was just a learning experience. What are my goals from there? We obviously can't sell it because we don't own Dragon Ball Z, so it's really just a fan project. So we do need to use the game as an excuse to kind of get plugged into the indie game development scene. There's a website, itch.io, where for indie game developers to share their progress on games and advertise their games. Hopefully create a little bit of buzz and give us a little bit of clout as indie game developers, enough so we can start working on a next project and get more people following our project. But we have to jump ship on Pico 8. Pico 8, this retro virtual console that we created the game in, is wonderful and lovely, but it has limitations, and most importantly, you can't really sell the games. I mean, you can, but there's just no marketplace to do it. So we need to jump ship on that and get into a modern programming environment with a publication path to getting our game on Steam or exporting for iOS or Android. Some publication path where we have half a chance of making some money. Because, you know, it's as fun as it is to make games as a passion project, it'd be more fun to have a passion project that makes money. So we eventually want to use the experience to, like every game developer ever, maybe start a game development company and make games. Wouldn't that be cool, right?
That would be cool.
I'd like to think we have a little bit of style, and Dylan and I work well together, and so we have a good working partnership. So if there's we just need to, we have a couple, 2 or 3, 4 more ideas for games yet to come. So, so for this game, it was just a learning experience, but it turned out even better than he envisioned and better than I envisioned when we started working on it. So that's encouraging.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. It feels like an old Nintendo game. It plays like an old Nintendo game. The people that have play tested it have said it's really, really fun. So that's cool. I have a hard time play testing it here because I don't have 2.
I know.
We got to get 2 controllers so we can actually play this game we made.
Able to play test it with you
because we've got the keyboard control, the default keyboard controls. So the 2 players in Pico 8 are wackadoodle and counterintuitive. So it's really unplayable on the keyboard. So we got to get some USB retro controllers. Although Dylan's just testing it with his Xbox controller, so but we don't have an Xbox, so we can't do that either. So. And we want to see it through, right? I mean, we've created a game, but we need to create a game that's more perfect than it is now. We want to weed out all the bugs and make sure it's rock solid. We got to QA test the heck out of it, right? Check all the characters, check what happens to all the characters between rounds, run through the full gamut of things that can go wrong before we release it. So that's part of what takes so long, right? The game itself actually came together pretty quickly, but you never know if there's a hidden bug somewhere or something not working correctly, so we got to do a little QA testing. Otherwise, we will destroy some of the clout we would have earned if we put out a better version of the game. So we want to be known as the crappy amateur hour game makers, right? So I hope that answers the question. So I'm glad you think the game looks fun. We're going to create an itch.io page for it soon and get our streaming videos uploaded there in a little devlog, as they call it, going on itch.io. And from there, I'm not really sure. We need to do a little research and figure out the best way to promote a Pico 8 game. It's not one of the more popular, game environments out there. It's not like Steam or anything like that. So, but there's various ways of exporting. You can export it as an executable file. So there's ways of distributing a Pico 8 game that are more self-contained. So you can publish it as a standalone game. We'll probably put the web version of it. You can export it as an HTML5 game. We'll put that on a website and so on and so forth. So, but basically we're just going to put it out there for free and say, here we are, and come up with some name for our budding game studio and try to create a little buzz for our next game. And even better if we could do like a Kickstarter or something, get people to give us a little money so we could have some money to work on a game and not have to spend so much time Uber driving. I mean, my goal, of course, is always to find a way to make a living doing fun things as opposed to unfun things. So that's really behind the scenes. That's my goal. Same thing with most of my side projects. Even the ones that make some money or no money, I wish they'd make money. So this is, and actually, realistically, it's hard to come up with an idea that pays all your bills, but it's easy to come up with 10 ideas that pay some of your bills.
It gets all together.
Yeah, so I am increasing the number of revenue streams I have so I can buy back some of my time and work on the things I want to work on, because life is only so long and you don't want to waste it all doing things you don't want to do. So I think the style might be a drawback for the majority of potential players because it's pixel style, I mean. Well, I would say a couple things. There's a reason, like right now we're playing World of Warcraft. This is a drawback for some players because it's cartoony and not photorealistic, and a lot of games these days are photorealistic. The nice thing about that is that it never goes out of style. It is a style, and some people don't like it, but it never goes out of style. And the photorealistic games go out of style the moment new technology comes along. Right, yesterday's awesome, cool, photorealistic game gets blown out of the water by the next round of technology that tries to beat that, right? And a game like that's part of the reason World of Warcraft has persisted for 20 years. It just never goes out of style.
Yeah. Well, it just seems to like what they were saying. Like it just keeps getting more and more retro.
Yeah.
And more popular.
Exactly.
The game you're doing.
And I guess that's my other point. That retro never goes out of style.
Exactly.
People will always find retro games. Not everyone's going to like it, of course. But some
there's
people
a
will.
Huge, I mean, look at the fair festival thing we just
The Vintage Computer Festival. Yeah, there was a bunch of. We went to a Vintage Computer Festival a couple weekends ago in Mountain View, and is that going to attract the general population? No.
But
were there a lot of people there? There were still a lot of people there, so you don't have to. What did I do here? I said I won. Was I doing a pet battle? I must have. I don't know what happened there. I wasn't really paying attention. That's weird. Something's like tweaking out on me here. I must have ran away from my pet battle.
Were you in the middle of it?
I must have. How did I do that? I'm getting all these weird little pop-ups. Like my pet battle's still going on. It's like almost like a bug.
The same thing happened to me after I'd already won one, and I was starting a new one, and I started
Oh,
one,
weird.
but then it said pet battle finished, but I was in the middle of one.
Yeah, that's weird. So no, I don't think it will be a deterrent. I think if anything, it helps because it never goes out of style, and that style has a loyal following, and people who like that kind of game love that kind of game.
And more people are starting to appreciate the vintage. Even young people are.
That's what was truly surprising about the Vintage Computer Festival. It wasn't just a bunch of old 60-year-olds. Nope. It was like there was 25-year-olds playing with a 40-year-old computer, which was so counterintuitive.
And they were very knowledgeable about it. Like they knew
exactly.
so much. Like that one kid that we met. Who was
I know. We should have got his information here.
I wish we would have. We didn't. Did we? Why didn't we?
I mean, who knows, right? There's so many things to look at.
True.
That
kid was truly impressive.
He was, yeah. I mean, he knew more about than I did,
But it also, a lot of it probably comes from his parents because his parents would be our age.
Right,
so.
Exactly. Hope everything turns out to be amazing for your project because whenever I ask you about this project, you're so enthusiastic and sound like you truly adore this whole game.
Oh, see?
I do.
That's one of the many things I love about him.
I am project oriented. That's true. I get excited about my projects. Yes. I always have been. And I have many different hobbies with many different projects. This just happens to be my, where I. It's fun because it makes good use of all my skills. It's artistic and weird and creative, and it's technical and logic oriented. Yeah. And so video games are actually a really good synthesis of a lot of my different interests.
Yeah.
I wish I was a better artist. Like, I'm really not. Like, Dylan is an amazing pixel artist. He cranked out those sprites. It would have taken me 10 times as long to make the artwork. And he just cranked it out. So, good for him.
No, it is a stereotypical joke, but I can barely do stick figures.
I'm a little better than stick figures, but not much. Actually, I did used to do nude charcoal drawings. Well, it was funny because I was teaching at Cabrillo College.
Okay.
And they did, they have the teacher professional development sessions before school starts and stuff. Well, they do that in California. They require professional development stuff.
Okay.
And so the college puts on this professional development couple of days where you can take weird little professional development class. And one in the art department was doing nude charcoal drawing. So any teachers that wanted to could go do nude charcoal drawing as part of their professional development. And why wouldn't I do that, first of all? And so I did.
Why? Because you wanted to look at naked ladies?
Yeah, it was this old woman. But then I kind of developed a knack for it, so I started drawing some, yeah.
And I don't get to see any of those pictures?
Oh, they're in storage. I'll show you.
Oh, I want to see them.
Yeah, I have some. They're not spectacular, but they're... What I found is that if it's called the squint test for a reason. If you squint at something, you kind of blurs out the details and you get the light and the shadows. I was pretty good at getting the overall feel of the light and the shadows and the curves and the details, not so much. But yeah. So I did that for a hot minute when I was teaching 20 years ago.
Wow. See, my life? We are still going to be learning new things.
That's not what you planned to learn about me tonight. Huh? But I'm not much of an artist generally.
Oh God, no.
I did try my hand at a Bob Ross painting once.
No.
I had
How'd
that
you do?
in storage. I have it in storage as well. It's okay. You know
The
what?
Ross painting seems to be a little bit more attainable.
Well, what I didn't realize at the time is that in order to do Bob Ross's style, you need Bob Ross's paints, because the paints that his company, or the company uses his name, so the paints they sell are stiffer. They're not as liquidy, and so I bought
because his paintings always did have like a lot of texture. And
right and layered,
Layered, yeah,
right.
yeah.
And so if you try to do that with paints you go buy at Michael's, you'll end up with a soupy mess. You can't do it.
That seems right.
So it's okay, but I did the best I could, and it's Bob Ross like. But I just couldn't do some of the things that Bob Ross does.
Okay.
Because what he does, he starts out with this really thick layer of paint as the background, and then as he goes, he notices he's always thinning the paint. Every new layer, he thins the paint a little more, because the thinned out paint will stick to the thicker, less thinned out paint.
And then you're able to mold it more. Or?
Well, you're able to do it so they don't just blend into each other
Got
like
it.
soup. They actually layer instead of getting blended together. So it was only so good it could be, given that I didn't have his paints. I didn't know that at the time. I have a watercolor I created years ago. I tried watercolor painting. I was better at that, I think. But the nice thing about working on the video game, though, is Dylan's skill set and my skill set are completely complementary. He doesn't know much programming, but he's math inclined. He used to be good at math, and probably is good at math, but used to... In fact, he was Brandy's math tutor. That's how they met. Operating in high school,
cute.
yeah. And it's adorable. And in high school, like we went to school together, he tutored her in math. But he can understand what I'm doing with the programming, but it's not really his domain. He's doing the art stuff, and I have enough of a good visual eye where I can be helpful with the art stuff, but he's better at it than I am. So our skills are really complementary.
Well, and that's the thing, is like that's what you need more so is not having a partnership with everybody knowing everything about everything you're doing. You need that to have a good partnership.
Exactly.
Because then you're not going to
butt heads.
You're not going to butt heads and clash. You're gonna
Exactly.
be like, no.
And we're keeping it so positive and fun. I mean, if you hear us program, we're having a great time.
Yes. I don't hear you programming, but I see the text messages, or you tell me, and he is so enthusiastic.
Oh yeah, he just gushes about it.
Gung ho and.
Well, this game is his brainchild. You know, I mean, he's the one who thought of this game, and he had this vision for what it could be like, and it's so fun to watch him light up like a kid. You know,
a kid on Christmas.
A kid on Christmas. His game is becoming a reality, and it is kind of like digital wizard.
Like his baby is becoming a toddler.
It's like digital wizardry. We had this idea around a table of pizza, and we willed it into existence with our creativity. You know, it's great.
Yeah, because you guys started working on it very shortly after
I took the Ashland. Yeah. Which was May, right?
It was May 1st.
Yeah, so we started working on it after May 1st.
And it's only, August 13th.
Yeah, so 3 months, not even 3.5 months, and we went from nothing to a game that's pretty much done. That's pretty good.
Very good.
But that's what you need to do as an independent game developer, right? You can't spend 8 years working on a game as an independent game developer. You got to put out games, even the simple games, small games that are fun. Very random question now. Do you guys speak other languages besides English?
I wish.
I speak bad German because I have some German ancestry and I took German in high school. I took Latin for 3 years in college, although I'm out of practice, but I can still read quite a bit of Latin. I'd be hard-pressed to speak it because I never learned it as a spoken language. I learned it as a written language, mainly. Because of Latin, I can understand a bit of French and Spanish and Portuguese, various Romance languages. I took ancient Greek for a little while in grad school as well, for 2 semesters. I was not spectacular at Greek. Greek is harder. Not because of the letters. It need to be harder because of the letters. It's not. It's actually harder because they have tendency. Latin has nice, easy rules. Greek has
Yes.
tendencies. It's kind of a
No.
wishy-washy or kind of
That's why I
language.
like Latin.
Greek it's Latin-like in some ways. It has all the same grammatical stuff. It's just loosey-goosey about the rules. So some Greek. Other languages.
See, I know.
That's it. I guess that's it. Yeah.
I mean, I can read French and probably figure out what it's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Latin, I probably could read it and figure out what it's saying.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Latin, I loved it though. It was great. I took that in college.
Do you remember which book you used? Did you use Wheelock's Latin or did you use a different one?
No.
I have Wheelock's right there on the
I
shelf.
wish we would. No, mine was more of it was an introductory thing, and I wish I would have continued with Latin.
Gotcha. Oh my God! Don't make this hard on me here. Don't put me on the spot. Oh, it's interesting. Since you know some Latin, it kind of helps with understanding Spanish. Okay.
Oh, there's an ad.
Good, because I'm about to embarrass myself. So if I'm going to embarrass myself, might as well be while there's an ad.
Is it something like uses.
Yeah, use something. A good palabra, whatever palabra is. I don't know what palabra is.
It's buena. Isn't that good?
Yeah, that's good, probably. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Use something, a good something. Is the ad still going on?
Nope, it's back.
Okay, we're back. So sorry about the ad. No, I can't read that. It's you, obviously. Something, I don't understand. A good something, I don't understand. I don't know. What's a palabra? Oh, there were no ads. So you got an ad?
I had an ad.
Interesting. Susan had an ad and you didn't see an ad. That's so interesting. I didn't. Maybe they do vary it based on individual users.
Yeah,
I assumed everyone had the same ads.
There was an ad.
Well,
how bad? I'm such a bad girlfriend. I don't even subscribe.
I don't even subscribe to my channel.
I should subscribe.
That way you can make half the money that you spend on it. Transfer of wealth here. All right. Palabra is word, okay. Like so, palabra, like palate, is the root like palate, P-A-L-A. Is that like something on the tongue, like something coming out of the mouth? Is that what the root of it is? That's my best guess, anyway. Palabra, a thing that comes from the mouth, you know.
That
off
makes
the tongue
sense. Yeah.
off the palate, something to that effect. No idea. That's my guess. We'll go with that.
You know what? Let's just say it's true.
I do love languages, and in fact, I want to make Latin videos as well. So I've got an iPad Pro that I'm going to use to make educational videos. Math videos, but also some logic and philosophy videos, and also some Latin videos. Because it's one of those weird things I could teach, you know.
You just need to do it, my love.
Oh, I know. I got to find time. I'm doing all this Uber driving. There's no time to even focus on it. I don't have energy to focus on it. I got to carve out some time. Or do it in the middle of the night when you're asleep, you know, so I can work on it. You know.
After nighttime.
What's that? Yeah, right. Late at night. Yeah. I am Brazilian, but thanks to my mom, who's Mexican, I know Spanish. Excellent.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Excellent. I am a big fan of people learning languages. I'm not spectacular at languages. I don't focus on them very much, but they have helped me.
They speak Portuguese?
Portuguese, I think, right? Portuguese in Brazil, is that right?
I think it's, yeah. That's awesome, though.
I am a fan of people learning languages.
I know. I mean, I wish I retained more from high school French. I mean, I took it all 4 years of high school, and I was good at it in high school, but you know, and Amanda is now in her 4th year of French and probably knows less than I do now.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the way they're not actually teaching her any language. You know, it's more like she's taking a French culture class, maybe. You know, but
Well, I mean, not even that, because when they bake, they're not even having to bake French things.
yeah, bake.
I mean,
Where's the
so
good pastries?
when I was in French 4, we would have projects, and one of our projects, we had to bake a French dish.
Mm-hmm.
And so my partner and I, Sarah Trombley.
Oh, okay, she's nice. Yeah.
We were.
I didn't know her very well, but she's nice. Yeah.
She was great most of the time, except for when whatever.
Yeah.
But so we did lemon crepes, and we had to then present how we made them. And guess
In
what?
French.
We had to do it in French.
Yeah, they're not making Amanda do any of that stuff. You were colonized by the Portuguese, so we technically are way more European than the Latinos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I took German for 3 years in high school.
Oh, Brazilian Portuguese and Portuguese, originally from Portugal. Okay. So
Gotcha.
is English your second language, or is Portuguese your first? So many languages then, at least 3 languages, I'm sure. That's amazing.
Yeah, I need to brush up on my Latin.
I would like to. No, we had kind of like danced around.
Mhm.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's sad. That's a terrible way to go.
That's terrible. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I had a sister-in-law who had breast cancer, and then it went to her brain and neck and lungs, and it's rough. I'm so sorry. That's rough to have to go through.
It is.
Oh yeah, my grandpa, he died of brain cancer too.
Wow.
But when he was younger, he had nose cancer.
Nose cancer. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's unusual.
Yeah. I always remember when we were kids, he constantly had cotton balls up his nose. And I think because he had to have some kind of, he had his nostrils taken out or something. So because of the cancer.
Interesting.
And I never knew why.
Yeah, of course.
And it wasn't until he had a heart attack when I was a teenager, and then he ended up with brain cancer that we're like, oh, well, he had already had cancer. And Korean? Wow.
Yeah, I have to admit I never learned any Asian languages. Not even a little bit.
Oh, dang it. No, that's impressive, though.
So Korean, are you into like K-pop and stuff like that? Or you said you like English music better, but... Without question, Latin made me a better speaker of English. Without question.
Well, yeah, I mean, because Latin, no, it's funny because when I took Latin my first time, K-pop.
I figured.
A lot of people like K-pop, yeah.
That's
awesome.
What were you saying, Mel?
No, I guess I never fully realized, but yeah, you learn a lot about the root words, and a lot does come from Latin. And it was easy, but it was educational more than just learning how you speak it or how to translate it or how to write it. But you learned about roots of words, which I found interesting.
I think for me, the vocabulary, of course, but I think it helped me weed out some of the incorrect uses of English grammar that I had been doing because I didn't know the grammatical concepts.
Gotcha.
And once I started learning them in Latin, I could then apply them to English and fix the problems I had with English.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, my love, you're such a...
Like a simple one. Everyone does it. I mean, you do it. Amanda does it. Most people do it. It's dead wrong, but most people do it. And it's normal. It's so wrong that everyone does it. When people say something like, her and I went to the store.
Is it Shannon?
She and I went to the store. And if you're giving something to her, you'd say to her, or to her and me.
Got it.
Because it's the object of the sentence, the indirect object of the sentence, as opposed to the subject of the sentence or the clause. And everyone does it incorrectly, and I used to do it incorrectly. And once in a while, I still do it incorrectly. But most people do it incorrectly, like all the time.
Okay.
So it helped me pay attention to what I was doing, and I corrected a lot of, not all maybe, but a lot of my grammatical errors because I spent so much time with nose down doing Latin for 3 years. And
yeah, see, I wish I would have done it more. Oh.
Don't agree with me too much. Yeah.
I agree with you a lot, my love.
I'm glad I took Latin. I took Latin with my cousin Jeff, actually. He and I took Latin 1 together. He was going to Solano College at the same time, my older cousin Jeff. And Julia took it a semester later. And actually, it was my very first time teaching. What happened was I knew I wanted to be a teacher, and I was enjoying Latin. I've been doing Latin for a while.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I was gonna say grammar Nazi.
I am a grammar Nazi, yeah. Nazi won't be banned. No, it's okay. The word, sometimes, words or things typed into the chat or words spoken can flag things on YouTube.
But you're like, come on, like.
But what happened was
snowflakes.
Julia was taking Latin 1, and I'd been taking Latin for a year, I think, at that point. And I asked the teacher, Ken Bug, nice guy, he's dead now, he passed away some years ago. But I said, I really would love to try my hand at teaching. Would you let me teach a session of your class?
But you were a student?
Yeah, at Solano College. And I asked him, would you mind if I taught a session of your a day of the Latin 1 class? Because I think I could do it. And he said, I'm probably not really allowed to do that, but I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go to he said, it's a good idea. It'd be good practice for you. It's a good idea. But I can't let you teach the whole class session. But I could pretend that I'm running late with something and have you fill in for a little bit. So he went and grabbed a cup of coffee in the cafeteria for 40 minutes or so. And I taught 40 minutes of Latin.
And how long is the class?
It was like 90 minutes or something.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I taught the first half of the session.
And how did it go?
It was great. He said he was like, I was like waxing eloquent up there. I was in charge of the whole class, and I was totally in my element. That's when
people responded well.
Yeah, I think that's when I realized that it's amazing what the environment can do to prop you up. You remember how shy I was in high school, not with you, but with other people. I was a quiet guy. You don't remember thinking of me that way? I was
the thing is, my love, is we only had English together, and I don't remember.
You saw me after school when I came to flirt with you.
Well, yeah, exactly. And you were, and you knew everybody. So, and everybody knew you, and everybody liked you.
No. So. I didn't think of myself that way. I appreciate that.
My love.
But I was so shy. But when I got up there to do that kind of thing, people just expect you to. If you're the guy in front of the classroom, it's easy to be in charge because you're the guy in front of the classroom. So it's amazing what the environment can do to prop you up and make it possible.
Okay.
Even if you're not a natural fit for it, like the environment helps you rise to the occasion to some extent. So that was my very first time teaching at college. Was at Solano College when I was still a student. There you go. That's how it all began.
And it. So what makes it different than just being like, okay, so you know how sometimes when you do a communications class or a speech class, and one of your like inevitable assignments is to teach something in your speech class. So you do have command of the classroom because you are giving a speech and you're teaching something about something they don't.
They're still your peers when you're.
But what's the difference?
I was being part of the class.
It wasn't an assignment?
No, I think it's being part of the class versus being above the class. I was not in the Latin 1 class. I was in Latin 2 or 3 or whatever I was at that point. I was already an expert.
But it was still your class that you were a part of, or no?
No.
Okay,
different class.
Okay, but that's where I guess
not one I was part of. I was an advanced student teaching.
Got it. Okay.
An hour of a lower level class, a different class.
Okay. So
By
that's where
teacher.
I guess I didn't.
Yeah. Julie was in the class.
That
she got to see me teach the first
time. Got it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That makes perfect sense then, because that's where I guess I didn't realize.
By the way, I streamed in English for the whole stream, and I felt good, but probably will stick to Spanish since it's more comfortable for me. Being a Brazilian that speaks 3 languages has its pros and cons.
I can imagine.
I would say, do whatever you want to do. Right? You know, if you stream in English, you'll get some viewers who like that, and if you stream in Spanish, there are some viewers who like that. And then there's people that will tune in for everything. So, do what feels good.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. I wish I could. I watch a lot of German streamers because I know I can hear enough German where I can actually understand a lot of what they're saying. I have a harder time with Romance languages just because even though I can read them pretty well, I'm not good at just processing the auditory sounds. But German I can do because I did enough of that in high school, conversational German in high school where. And it's so similar to English. All the little one-syllable words in English are basically German words. House and cat and, I don't know. Those.
I don't know much German.
Those all come from German.
I don't know much German.
Yeah,
except for, well, like I told you, my grandpa, because he was, I guess now, I don't know, he must have been German. His last name is Runge.
Is what?
Runge.
How do you spell it?
Runge.
Runge. Probably how it was pronounced originally, but
he was Paul Runge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably not how it was pronounced originally, but
probably not. But when I was a kid, and I would sneeze, and he would say Gesundheit.
Gesundheit, yeah.
And I thought it was, and I loved it, and because I thought it was a made-up word.
Really?
I didn't know, and
that's funny.
And but then sometimes if he ever would say bless you, I'm like, no, Grandma, no,
say
Gesundheit. Say the. I could never pronounce it, but I would say, I'm like.
Basically means health. This means health, essentially.
But I would say, no, Papa, say that magic word.
Magic word. I remember my grandmother wasn't German, but she was married to my grandfather, who was German. He passed away long before I was born. But I remember my grandma she remembered how to say. I can't even remember it. I'd have to look it up. Good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Oh. She could say that in German. Gute Nacht, schlaf gut, something, bisschen, which is bite. Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was cute. I used to love when she'd say that. That's the rule of thumb with English, though. All the little one-syllable words that we have in English, most of those come from German. And multisyllabic words, most of those come from Latin, sometimes through French, and some of them are from Greek.
Okay.
With a bunch of exceptions, of course. But as a rule of thumb, that's what you're working with in English.
Let's see. Yeah, but that's Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. Schön. Yeah, it's one of those weird German vowels. Schön, S-H-O-E-N. It's
I always hear Dankeschön.
Yeah, because of the song. But
That's why I know it.
yeah, the Dankeschön. Dankeschön.
So yeah, Gesundheit.
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 Gesund. Gesund. Gesund.
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit. Yeah.
And Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. Mhm.
And 9.
9 is a no?
Yes.
9? No, 9.
So there was a period of time where our bus, for some reason, had to go out of our way to pick up kids from another school and take them to their school,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would take us to our school. But we would have to get onto the bus like an hour and a half early to do this.
Mm.
And I don't know, I think there must have been like some kind of bus driver strike or something. But these kids were just rowdy and awful, and they came onto our bus because, we were out, the country kids. There were like 11 of us,
Mm-hmm.
and we all knew each other, and we had like this is our bus, this is our bus driver. And then all of a sudden, all these kids from this other school came on thinking they were going to take over our bus.
Sounds like something out of Adventures in Babysitting. You know, that scene on the subway? Don't fuck with the words.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with the Gibson Canyon folks.
That's right. You know it. Or, the greasers versus the Sashes.
right. Oh, yes, nice talking to you as well. Have a good night, or as they say in Germany, gute Nacht.
Gute.
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 Gute Nacht.
Gute Nacht.
Yeah, N-A-C-H-E, Nacht.
Gute.
Gute.
Nacht.
Nacht.
You say Nacht?
Yeah, Nacht.
Gute Nacht.
Gute Nacht.
Gute Nacht.
There you go.
No, but so, and it was just got to a point where there was such contention against these new people, and then the OG of the bus, that there was a literal line of okay, they would all be in the front, we would all be in the back, but we chose the back because they wanted to come sit in the back, and we're like, nope, this is ours. And then literally 2 rows of empty seats because that was like
That's
the barrier.
hilarious.
And every time we would get on the bus, and there were the other kids on the bus, because then it got to a point where they would be picked up first, and then we would get picked up, and we're like, what the fuck is that? And my brother, one day, we're getting on, and he's in front of me, I'm in back of him, and he went to, and he was a freshman. No, he was still at Jepson, so he was 8th grade, I was 11th grade, and literally one day, out of nowhere, he starts walking down, and he goes to every single kid, goes, 9.
Little Nazi. 9.
and I'm sitting here going I have no idea. It was kind of one of those things where I was just kind of doing a yes and kind of a thing. I had no idea what that was, what he was doing, but he did it with such authority, and I'm sitting here going, yeah.
It's like that scene in Eurotrip when the little kid's doing Nazi salute behind the couch, walking back and forth.
Oh my God! No, that's exactly what made sense. Oh my God! So it was so funny because then when we got to the back of the bus and I was laughing, I'm like, Mike, what? Why were you saying 9? That's
yeah.
Because I'm like, why are you saying 9 like that? What does that have to do? There were more than 9 of them, and I'm thinking,
where did he pick it up though? What?
I actually have no idea.
Interesting.
I wonder if he even remembers. I'll have to ask him if he remembers. But yeah, and that's what he told me. He's like, oh, it means no in German. And I'm like, that's amazing. And then he told all of the other guys, which was Lauren Kelly and Pete Martinez and Jeremy Jones and all of them.
I know Warren. I don't know the other people.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah.
But it was all of their little, And oh my God, it was the funniest thing. And then he did it until they were done. And it was so weird though, because we were so mean, but they were not great to us though. They were antagonistic from the day they got on the bus, And then when we found out that they were done, we literally all cheered in the back. We were like, bye, bye. As they were getting off. We're like, oh my God, you're
Wow,
horrible.
turf wars on the Gibson Canyon bus. Who knew?
Don't mess with us. Don't mess with us country kids.
That's ridiculous. I didn't take the bus ever, to field trips and stuff, but never took the bus to school. Uh-oh.
I only did it really during, I did it middle school and high school because we lived out.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Gibson
of course. Well,
Canyon.
yeah, it made sense. But
And-
either mom would pick me up, or one of my grandparents would pick me up, or I'd ride my bike home from school, or I'd walk.
Yeah. No, I always wanted to do all that, but we couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, though, is like we did because there weren't, like I said, there were not many of us. Sometimes after school, sometimes there were only 7 of us, and 4 of them was my brother and my sisters and I.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and
It's funny.
but you form such a community and a bond with everybody, you know, that
Oh, yeah.
like, and then it got to a point where, you know, when in my senior yearbook where I have the entry from Pete Martinez saying that he had a crush on me, and
Mm-hmm.
and then Lauren Kelly, I know he asked me out one time, and I'm like, oh. And I knew he had a crush on me.
Guy. Yeah, he's a weird guy.
He's a weird guy.
Yeah.
And then
Hey,
even,
Lady C, thanks for rating. Hey, Scoobus.
oh hi guys.
Yeah, we're just shooting the breeze. We're talking about turf wars in our hometown on the school bus that Susan used to take. It's like it really does sound like something out of Adventures in Babysitting. To me, everything you're describing to me, what I'm picturing is on the train car or subway car in Adventures in Babysitting, when the gang members come out and they draw their knives, and one of them's like, "Don't fuck with the Lords of Hell," and another one's like, "Don't fuck with the babysitter." You remember?
Oh, I kind of, but I've only seen that movie once, and that's why my mind, like I told you, it goes to the Greasers and the Socials.
Mm.
That's where it goes for me.
Right.
And,
Wait, from Grease?
The Outsiders.
Oh, The Outsider. I only saw that once in high school. I haven't seen it since.
You didn't read it in high school?
I don't think so. Maybe I did. Maybe
That was
it didn't stick clearly.
one of the few books that I loved in high school.
It's the Whittle Elf Hunter and her Rangers breaking your fourth wall. I know. Hello everyone. You know, it's funny because even though we're from the same town, we've known each other since 3rd grade. You know, our experiences were rather different in a lot of ways. Yeah, so there's still plenty of things to expand upon.
Absolutely.
And other than that, we're just doing some low-key pet battling tonight. I'm trying to knock off some of these pet battle achievements. I've been working on this rookie pet mob achievement for some time now, the better part of a week.
I'm at 72.
Nice. And, you know, I'll be glad to be done with this achievement, doing something else, but the pet battling's fun. Don't mess with the Gibson Canyon school bus crew.
That's right.
I can knowing your family now, I can picture this, actually. You know, I see exactly how this went down. Yeah, for clarity, Susan's brother's in my sister's high school class, and Susan and I were in the same high school class.
Yeah.
And so we have a lot. And so even, like, you know, you mentioned 3 random people that are younger, and I knew one of them. I don't know who the other 2 guys were, but I knew the one.
Well, Chris Myers.
Oh, I know him. Chris
Yeah,
Myers.
yeah.
Amber, Amber and he went out.
I know. I used to babysit him. Well, yeah, I used to babysit him.
That's so funny.
Well, his little sister.
Vacaville drama.
Technically, well, I used to babysit his little sister, and then Mike would always come with me because him and Mike were best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then so it was always like I had to make it like oh no, Chris, I'm just hanging out with you, but I'm just babysitting your sister. And I will say it was kind of sweet when Amber told me that, I guess when Chris said that he used to have a crush on me. Because that too, I never...
Crush on the babysitter. All right.
Well, the babysitter, but also his friend's older sister.
Mm-hmm.
So...
That's so funny. It's weird. Why can't I capture this? Must be just right on the fuzzy edge of being... Oh, 3. I already have 3 of this pet. Did I forget to abandon my low-level toad?
Because I don't.
Oh,
You're not
well,
allowed to abandon it during a battle.
yeah,
I don't
no,
think.
no, it's okay. I already did. I've got 2 green ones and a blue one, so I'm good. I'm good.
Is that a green one?
Yeah.
Oh, well, good thing it's not a blue one.
No, it's fine. Amber sent me some pictures recently of her and Chris together. She was going through some photos and she found some pictures. She sent them to me. I'll pull my YouTube here in a while.
See, yeah, she didn't send me any. She sent me pictures that Chris had of my brother.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I think there was not for public consumption because she doesn't want to cause problems with fame probably. So, so she's sent them to me to check out.
I mean, I get it, but it sounds like he's not playing. So I don't think Payne has anything to worry about.
Probably not. All right, let's go find more pets. How's everyone doing tonight? Thanks for tuning in. I love seeing familiar names. Corgi. I always forget how to pronounce your name. Ridge, and Scubas, of course. Nice familiar names. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you guys. Had a very moderate Uber driving day today. We made some dinner and went for a nice walk.
Today was my daughter's first day of her senior year of high school.
That's right. So things are changing. I'm even more confused by this. Rural Jenkins equals Euro. Oh, okay. Ah. Oh, I see. Euro J. Got it. Okay, now I got it. I'll try to remember that. I'm so bad. Got it. Didn't put 2 and 2 together there. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I got to change my pets out here. So yeah, pretty low-key streaming the last week or so. But the good news is our game's coming along. Have you guys seen the progress I've been making on the retro game I'm working on? Some of you might have, some of you might not have. I've been not yet. Here, let me grab a link to their most recent video of it. I've been live streaming the programming of it, and it would be very easy to miss that because I'm only doing it a couple days a week. But let me grab a link to it. Most of this video I'm about to post is programming, but in the middle of this 2-hour stream, you can find clips of me testing various things, and towards the end, you'll see it. Kind of what the gameplay looks like. So just browse around until you find what you're looking for. See some actual gameplay as opposed to the mere programming parts. Okay, here's a link to the game I'm working on with my friend Dylan. And this was just me working on it because I was trying to fix something that I was stuck on when he and I were working on it together. So do check that out. And so that's the progress of the. I'm proud of the progress I've made on it this week. I was stuck on Sunday. I was really frustrated with Susan Ward last year, just beating my head against a wall, trying to figure out what I kept breaking. I'd add a feature and break things in the game, and then I finally realized I was just going about it wrong. And I had a better way to do it in my mind. And so what that video is me diving into this to fix this problem that I had such trouble with the day before.
And you're so amazing, my love, and you conquered it.
Thanks, my
You're
love.
amazing.
Glad you think so. I appreciate that.
You're amazing and relentless.
I am relentless, that's true. I am relentless, that's true. I'm tenacious.
You
I kept
are.
after you for 35 years.
Finally paid off.
Got 2 green toads. You need a green toad? Got 2 green toads right here.
I'm not sure. I am about ready to capture a blue snake.
I'll hold on to them here for you in case you need them. I don't need them, but I was just kind of casually leveling up some pets. But Yeah, the game's coming along really well. It's like I would say it's like 85% done. You know, we need a title page, and we need to fix a couple of not bugs, but there's places where there are text pop-ups, and the text doesn't fit neatly inside. Mainly because we just didn't worry about that. We just wanted to get it working, and then we knew we were going to go back and clean up the placement of the text. So there's some things in there that are just a little sloppy, intentionally sloppy, because that was not the main focus. We wanted to get the game working. And now the game is working, and it's pretty rock solid. I still need to do a good QA run through the whole thing, test every character, every function, across multiple fight rounds, across the multiple iterations and loops of the main game loop, and just check to make sure everything is working as expected and no weird behavior is there. So, but other than that, it's like I said, it's never going to be for sale because we don't own Dragon Ball Z, but we're going to publish it for free. Excuse me, as a Dragon Ball Z fan project, and yeah, thanks. It's pretty cool. I've never programmed anything that complicated before, and it's
amazing.
2,000 lines of code that play pretty well together.
Yes.
So not too bad.
It's absolutely amazing.
Not too shabby.
Okay.
Do you want these toads?
No, go ahead, my love.
Okay. I'll do it.
I did just capture a rare snake, though. Let me see what are my other snakes.
It's been such a fun project. Yay, snake, Corgi says. I didn't know anything at all about Dragon Ball Z before I started working on the game, and Dylan has taught me enough about Dragon Ball Z to speak it more intelligently.
Yeah. My nephews were really into Dragon Ball Z when they were little.
I wonder if they'd be interested in testing the game.
Maybe because Philip, maybe, I don't know how into video games he is, but I'm sure Nick and possibly Chris and maybe Cass. She likes video games.
Have to get them.
You know what? That is good, and I need to talk to Nick to see. Try to get him up here to teach
the D&D
us
thing?
D&D. I'll text him soon and see.
Sounds good. Yeah, I can get them set up with Pico 8 and on their computers, and then they can bang away at it and see what they think. No. Or not, it doesn't matter, I don't really care.
Well, you know what? Let's get Nick up here and we'll do our D&D stuff.
That's a great idea.
And then we can talk to him about. That sounds like fun. Okay,
that sounds like fun. Yeah, schedule it.
I'm gonna try to text him tomorrow and see if we can plan something.
That's a spectacularly fun idea.
Yeah. Because it didn't sound, I know he was saying that he was planning a campaign with his mom and my brother, but it didn't sound like he sounded okay with it, but it didn't sound like either of them were okay with us inviting ourselves. So
yeah, well, that's okay. It'd be more fun just to have him up here anyway.
I agree.
And you said it'd be good to kind of get him on his own and doing, away from the environment to some extent, for lack of a better word. Don't know anything about it other than I don't like the art. I don't care. I like anime style games generally. I don't care for that anime in particular, but I like the broad anime style. Just not that one. I like what's a game I like? Like Genshin Impact, very cute anime game. It's just cuter than Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z is like anime minus the cuteness. It's hardcore,
Yeah, it seems like it is.
But it's a fight.
It's a little bit more harsh. It's not because it is also like the Pokemon type of anime, right? Like style. I don't know. I get it. I'm not a huge fan of anime art.
There's another franchise. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I used to play it on the original Xbox. I hope I'm not butchering it. I want to say it's called Dead or Alive. Does that sound right? Dead or Alive? Does that sound like a fighting game series? Is that right?
I don't know.
I like that anime style. Some of the characters were creative and weird and interesting, and I like that better than what I've seen with Dragon Ball Z so far. So we're calling the game Frieza's Fury. That's Dylan's idea, but we're gonna have to put like Frieza's Fury : a Dragon Ball Z fan project. So we don't have, we want to avoid getting a cease and desist order from whoever owns Dragon Ball Z, right? So it's just a free fan project. And mainly it was just an excuse to learn to make games, and frankly just make something cool because we can, I feel like
it is pretty cool.
That's the thing. It's so disappointing. Like I know a ton of people in the educational world now, educational technology, instructional design, college instructors, college administrators, and man, I'm so unimpressed with how creative people are. Like, where's the spark of just making something cool because you can make something cool? Like, not everything has to be utilitarian. You can just do cool things for the sake of cool things. What's wrong with people? So uninspired. I don't get it.
Well, and it's funny because how we live. Rockland, like VAPA is such an important part. Like they have their VAPA classes starting in kindergarten or no, first grade, and like visual performing arts, they even have a requirement for VAPA for graduating high school.
I like the idea of it, but
it's just like, okay, but in high school they have that, but Rockland is not very.
But what's weird about that to me is like what's missing is, from my point of view, not being from Rockland and being more counterculturally inclined. Like, where's the counterculture? Where's the unsafe art? There's a lot of safe art in Rockland. But where's the boundary pushing? Where's the risk taking? Where's the edginess? Where's the
No.
It doesn't happen. Exactly. It's just such a safe little area.
Too conservative.
Right. It's weird. To me, it's weird. Like, where's the people pushing the boundaries?
See, and for me, and like I don't. I guess I've been kind of desensitized to all of that. I haven't been in that for the last 20 years, so I don't know.
We can see why I like Santa Cruz and Ashland, I like the weirdness,
See, it's still though, just kind of, I don't know, just
what?
It is refreshing that you actually like all of that, because you wouldn't think you would like a counterculture kind of a.
I think it's partly because I envy people who I'm actually pretty, even though I like a lot of it, I'm actually not conservative politically, but I'm sort of conservative in my demeanor in a lot of ways.
So you envy them. I wish
just ability to get out there and be weird. Right, in a way that I've never been quite willing to do.
Same.
Yeah. So there's something praiseworthy about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Even when it's down in the gutter, I find it, at least they're owning it, I like it.
When you say down in the gutter.
I don't know. This is the weird stuff you get in weird towns, the druggy circles and the alcoholic circles and the weird artist circles and the culty circles. And it's like, they're all just doing their thing, being themselves.
So, see, that part, the druggy part.
No, I don't envy the drugs, obviously, but,
But, no, I don't like any of it. Because I grew up in that.
Oh, yeah, so
and part to me, like the culture of the drug.
No, I don't. I don't.
Sets me off.
It bothers me too, but it's. But I like the environment in which it thrives, if that makes sense.
I don't.
I mean, the artsy music.
See, I didn't grow up with the artsy music part of the druggy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit on my dad's side, but with my mom, didn't have like that. So that I can't get on board with.
Yep. Well, me. I mean, obviously, I'm not like that. Just.
No.
But I like the artsy weird counterculture that tends to go along with. They tend to go hand in hand, even if they're not identical. They're complementary to some extent. Speaking of which, I can't wait to get back up to Ashland when we get a chance to. That'll be nice.
Well, yeah, weren't we just talking the other day about when we want to try to go? Like,
Yeah, maybe when the weather cools down a little bit for fall, let's go see a real fall up there.
how fun would it be to go in like October?
Yeah, it's October or November, either one. Both really nice there, I thought. Summer up there is very much like summer here. It's in a valley, so.
So it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as hot because it's got a little more elevation, but it's not like coastal,
Okay.
I'd love to get back up there as well. So.
Well, no, I think it would be fun. Like we should see if there's like any fun little festival or.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's another blue toad. You want a blue toad? I mean, I can try to get it if you don't want it, but.
Hold on, let me see.
I already got a blue toad, and if you want one, you can have this one.
Hold on, let me see how many. Oh, I only have one blue toad.
You only have one blue toad?
Mm-hmm.
I only have one blue toad as well. Good.
You can take it.
I'm
in the middle of a pet battle.
I'm going to forfeit this then and swap some pets out to make sure I'm more likely to get it. Let's throw in some level 12 pets there. Or 13 or 11. Like this Grasslands Cottontail, and this Brown Marmot, and this Unstable Tendril. Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. So yeah, check out that game. At some point, we're going to create an HIO page for it and put it on a website. I'm probably going to try to register freezesfury.com, although maybe that's a little risky. You might get a cease and desist order, from that. But who knows? A friend mentioned wild pets in Koresh, and I'm behind on that. Oh yeah. There's the new biodomes, right? Is that right? I haven't seen them yet, but there's something about collecting pets in biodomes.
Oh.
I haven't been reading up on it, so I don't really know what that exactly means and how it works. But I'm excited about it nonetheless because that sounds awesome.
Okay. Now
you want to do?
You're going to make me hyper fixated on that.
Biodomes. Have you been to Outland yet? Oh, yeah. Oh, Susan hasn't.
I haven't.
There are biodomes in Outland, but they feature in certain quest chains, but it's not like you do anything with the biodomes themselves, really. They're cool, though, nonetheless. So they're similar to the biodomes in Outland.
Ooh.
But maybe more interactive.
And if you get a letter, then just comply and change the name. I like it.
Oh yeah, right, exactly.
That's smart.
Well, that's exactly the plan because while we can't sell a Dragon Ball Z game, we could reskin it and do something else. But the problem with Pico 8 though is that there's not really a marketplace for selling it. In theory, you can go to indie game website and take your little virtual cartridge file and sell that on these indie game websites, and 1 out of 10,000 people might actually buy it.
Got it.
But not very many, probably. So we got to get our game on Steam, and you can't do that with a Pico 8 game.
Got it.
Yeah, so next game. Gonna use you for my drops. Cheers. Oh, thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate the subscription. At the risk of sounding like I'm complaining my way through life, it's been a rough couple of years financially, and every little bit helps. So every few bucks coming in, it makes an enormous difference right now. So I really, really, really genuinely appreciate it. So thank you very, very much. There's quest hubbing in the Koresh Dome. That sounds so much fun.
That sounds so much fun. Oh my god.
I like all the weird stuff. And the weirder stuff in the game, the better. Biodomes sound awesome. So.
I don't even know what all that means, but I'm intrigued and I want to do it. So
I'm going to make sure I follow everyone back here, so hold on.
So my love.
Yes, my love.
Oh.
Subscribe, yeah.
Subscribe. Oh, I thought you said followed. I didn't know.
Subscribe. Thank you very much.
So what is this subscribe with Prime?
Oh, I think you get a free subscription if you link your Amazon Prime account with Twitch. You can subscribe to one thing for free, I believe.
I have Prime.
I think that's how it works. I'm not sure exactly 100% sure because I'm still kind of new to this, but
You know what I'm also realizing, my love, is
What are
we're
you-
both probably paying for Prime.
yeah, I mean mainly I do it for free shipping. That's the main thing.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean I don't think really use any other features related to it. I don't think.
Well, I mean, I have my movies. We watch
Oh, yeah.
TV shows on Amazon Prime.
And all my movies are on through app. I've been buying movies on Apple for a long time now. So
So that should be another thing. Eventually, because we have our phones and probably our Prime, we should consolidate, and not pay double.
right. And I just killed my toad I was trying to capture. So
No.
oops.
Happens.
What do you do? It happens. Prime Watch gets you one Twitch sub if you link your account. Whoever, Ziotic TV, whoever I farm drops from always gets my Prime sub. Thank you very, very much.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
Okay. Well, I guess I need to do that.
Yeah, subscribe.
So I'm a bad girlfriend. I'm not even subscribing.
Yeah, what gives, you know?
I'm so bad. I'm slacking.
I won't hold it against you later, don't worry.
Oh. You. My love.
I can't believe I killed this toad I was trying to capture. Oh, well. Make sure your account is linked. Yeah, you gotta link your Amazon. It's just through the connections in Twitch, I think.
In Twitch, yeah. Okay, well, I will make sure to do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna swap my pets back out here to my lower level pets again.
Because even if you do that with Prime, you still get part of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's not much, like, $2.20 or $2.50 or whatever it is
Like
per
a month or.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, but every little bit counts.
So, one of these days, I've got 4 subscribers now, I think, so I'm practically famous.
Absolutely.
And we'll be taking over the Twitch universe, and we'll be full-time streamers. And selling video games, and selling cross-stitch patterns. And drive Uber a couple hours a week, and then,
There you go.
with all those
That's
revenue streams, we'll eke out a living. Half jokingly, because it is nice to be developing these income streams that are happening alongside each other. And none of them are paying all the bills yet, but they're all really helping right now. Like, really, really, truly helping right now. It's been a rough job market out there. Plus, the educational world has just gone haywire since the pandemic. It's just so crazy. Do you ever actually make the cross stitch yourself too? No, I've never actually done one.
But I do cross stitch.
But Susan has done them, and
I haven't done one of yours. I need to do one of yours.
I speak a lot of cross stitch now, though, given that I'm in the industry, so to speak, and I've had to answer a great many questions, which means I've had to learn the answers to all these questions. So I know a lot about cross stitch, and I can answer most questions that people will throw at me. Not all, but most of them. And I should actually do one sometime. It's not how I want to spend my time.
That's fine.
I like different kinds of
it.
making things.
I learned. My nana taught me when I was about 10. I've been doing cross stitch since I was about 10.
Mm-hmm.
So
I had friends on my social media say they looked a little AI to them. They are a little AI because I don't even apologize for it. Most of them are done with AI. And what's awesome about that is I'm not an artist. And I can still create a business doing cross-stitch patterns. And you know what it reminds me of? And I've had to address this issue a little bit. Some people really are offended by that. And there was I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, but I've always been a wrestling fan my whole life. And are you a wrestling fan, Corgi, by any chance? Any way, shape, or form? You ever watch wrestling? WWF, WWE, that stuff? WCW back in the day? Wrestling fans out there? I hear nothing. There was a time when Ted Turner, I think, acquired A little familiar with some of the talent. So there was a time,
Same.
remember back in the 80s and 90s, the WWF was the unequivocal king of wrestling in terms of wrestling promotions. And then Ted Turner of Turner Media decided to compete with WWF and acquired the WCW with the intent to run it head-to-head with WWF, resulting in the Monday Night Wrestling Wars. But WWF had Monday Night Raw, and WCW was, I think it was called Nitro or something, on Monday nights. But when Ted Turner decided to enter the wrestling business, he called Vince McMahon and said, "Hey, Vince, guess what? I'm in the wrestling business now." And Vince said, "That's great. I'm in the entertainment business." And guess who won? It was never about the wrestling. It's about the entertainment. So
Yeah.
I think artists love being in the starving artist business, but they don't really care much about the business side of business. I'm not in the starving artist business. I'm in the selling cross-stitch patterns business. And I use AI to make the patterns because I'm not an artist, but it's allowed me to get an income stream coming in that is just essential right now, given how wackadoodle the job search is right now. And you've given up on job searching. I have too, to a large degree. I still apply for jobs that I see. I'm getting very little traction, very few interviews. I've had some interviews that I just didn't go very well. And I've had some interviews that went really well, but then I still get ghosted. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it seems like the education world is just taking a nosedive from what I gather, and it's part for a lot of factors. I think the pandemic flooded the market with a lot of younger educators that want to do something other than teaching, and so they went to educational technology and instructional design. I think I'm frankly I'm middle aged now, so a slight amount of ageism comes into play, especially if I'm being interviewed by some 28-year-old.
Right.
Right. I think the venture capital money isn't flowing into educational technologies like it was 15 years ago. There were a lot of second generation educational technology companies, and I was fortunate enough to work for the tail end of one of the first generation educational technology companies and rode that wave for a few years, and that did amazing things for my career and income level and gave me a little financial boost that I'm still riding on to this day that I wouldn't have had otherwise. But then there were a lot of second generation companies because of a lot of venture capital money, and all that money is dried up. The venture capital money is just not there. That means salaries are lower, the number of positions are lower, and there's a lot more competition, and a lot of that competition is just really young and cheaper because they're young, and people like me don't have a niche anymore. So, I don't know what to do about it other than pivot and do something different. But as I get older, I care more about my time, and so I'm trying to find ways that let me be self-sustaining and buy back my time so I can spend it doing the things I really want to do and not have some crappy job doing something I don't want to do. So that's my effort right now, just push, and get some other revenue streams coming so I can be more autonomous than I had the liberty to be 20 years ago. And, if part of that is just using AI for cross-stitch patterns, I'm all for it. So I'm in the cross-stitch business, not in the starving cross-stitch artist business, if that makes any sense at all. I hope that's a helpful analogy. That's what I tell myself anyway, and tell other people when they ask about it. So, and it's a lot of fun, actually, because it's actually what's really weird about it, actually, speaking of AI-generated artwork, if you're an actual artist, you can only make a few things at a time because they just take so long to make. And because the artificial intelligence artwork or images can be generated and then used for some productive purpose, you can crank out hundreds or thousands of them. And it's an interesting, weird look at my psyche. Some of the weird ideas I've come up with are things that I would if I were an artist, I would never have time to come up with because they're so fringe on the fringe of my psychology. But if you're cranking out thousands of patterns, you can do some of the weird stuff. So I do have some weird things that I'm glad that I thought of, and some of them sell and some of them don't. And a psychologist would probably have a field day. So knock yourself out. It's a lot of fun. It is a weird kind of niche business to be in. And it's still, I still just kind of run it like a little Etsy shop. It doesn't make enough money to treat it like a business, but it does make some money, and really helps A lot of my friends are, phrasing, morally or ethically offended by AI art, but I think I see your point. I think that's my point. It's not art. It's art in the broad sense of it's colorful and has imagery, but it's not art in the sense of an artist's art. I think that's the key word right there. If you're pretending it's art, it's not. It's a product, and it's images, and I mean, it just doesn't bother me. I don't know. It's just a different category. And you're right. Is it a gray area? Probably. Is it going to be legislated better? Probably. In the meantime, artists have always, from the very beginning, it's, what it reminds me of? Every time there's a leap in technology, there's a kind of technophobia that goes along with it. I mean, hell, people thought the telegraph was going to be the end of the world back in the day, right? And now look at us with the telephones, then television, then the internet, and everything. So, the world didn't end. And it will shake things up. There will still be artists, and they'll still try to make a living with their art, and there'll still be more efficient ways of making things and that they'll have to compete with. And I would say, on the whole, I'm capitalistic oriented. Even though I'm way more politically liberal than I used to be, I'm more capitalistic oriented. Always have been. I'm fundamentally entrepreneurial, and I really fundamentally think that more competition is probably a good thing. If artists are really worried about the quality of their art, maybe the quality of their art wasn't that great, and they need to up their game and make better art to actually compete. That sounds terrible, but a little competition, on a little pressure on the artist can't hurt either, right? Make them produce the best things they can produce. If they can produce something better, more power to them. If they can't, then good luck being a starving artist. I don't feel bad about it. Maybe I should, but I just don't. I don't even really think of it as a moral and ethical. Even as a philosophy teacher, I don't think of it as a moral and ethical issue. It's just the collateral damage of progress. Every time there's a leap in technology, someone gets left behind. Think of all the people that used to work on. We just went to the Vintage Computer Museum. Think of all the people that used to work on those old computers with the vacuum tubes and repairing them and operating them and feeding the punch cards in. And now along comes a new invention. It's like, well, yeah, there's a lot of people that can't pay their bills anymore because there's a new invention. And it's like, well, same thing with the artists. Here's the new invention. Those artists are going to have to do something different or pivot or find a way to play along or whatever it is. But it's just the same old story of every technological leap ever in the history of technology. I just don't see I don't see a unique problem with it that doesn't exist in any other technological leap. And it's just a hell of a lot of fun. I think the problem is people use AI badly. Maybe not with the artwork generators, but the like the text generators. It's not like ChatGPT, for example. It's not a search engine. It's not a fact generator. But it's a hell of an idea generator. You can chat with it and go, hey, give me 10 ideas about this, or combine these 5 ideas into some new synthesis, and it'll spit out something I never would have thought of, and that gets you off to the races. And it's like, okay, great. I think what I love about it is the potential for getting rid of the barriers. Like one of the early things I did with ChatGPT, I've always wanted to have my own coffee shop, which is a problematic business model for a lot of reasons. But I was thinking about opening a coffee shop, and I remember, and then ChatGPT came out, and I said, ChatGPT, write me a business plan for a coffee shop. And it's 30 seconds later, not even 30 seconds later, spits out a business plan for a coffee shop, and you go, okay, I like this and I don't like that, and then you chat with it a little more, and it goes, okay, here's a new one, and it takes into account everything I just said. Or if like right now, I'm thinking about designing another video game after Frieza's Fury. I already have an idea for it. I'm not ready to say what it is yet, and I'm using it as this kind of idea generating conversation partner that's giving me a steady stream of other ways of thinking about it besides what I've already thought about. And some of which are sticking and some of which aren't. So it's a collaboration partner to a large degree. And most importantly, it removes barriers. Think about how long it would take me to sit and write an actual business plan for a coffee shop on my own. A few days, a couple weeks. I got it in 60 seconds. So it gets you moving. And so much of a capitalistic approach to economics means you got to get moving. You can't be stuck. Keep moving forward. And And given that my own main career has hit a brick wall to a large degree, I've got to get moving on some of these things. I can't afford to sit and fuck around and be an artist and make 5 cross-stitch patterns a year. If I want to do something and make money with it, I got to get moving. I can't let that bother me. I just can't. For me, it solves an actual problem of I got to make a living as a philosopher. And there's a fundamental problem with that, of course, since the beginning of time. Since Socrates had to make a living, and Diogenes lived on the street. So philosophers have always had trouble making ends meet, unless they've had a patron of some sort. But yeah, so I can't let that bother me. I'm sorry they don't like it, but the world has changed around them, and they'll have to get on board or not. So they're using it badly. Apparently, teachers are finding students using ChatGPT as a search engine for their homework, or outright writing their papers. I think, and it's getting harder. I'm not teaching anymore, but I was teaching as recently as 8 months ago. And when ChatGPT first came out, I could spot AI-generated papers a mile away. Like, there's no way a student wrote that. I staked my life on it. And then a year later, I couldn't tell anymore. It was getting so much better so rapidly. And the changes were so subtle and just, yeah. So, but yeah, I think people need to understand that it's not is a fact checker. That's not how large language models work. And if you understand that, then you can go, okay, let's be creative with it and have some fun. But it's not a fact checker. It's not a search engine. It doesn't check things against the real world.
Well, Sammy even had a class that she was taking when she was at Sierra, that her teacher was using ChatGPT to create her lesson plans and her entire presentation for their class.
Yeah, and I don't have any. The thing is, if that were all a teacher were doing, I would find it problematic.
And that's all she did.
But if you use that as a starting point, and go give me a sketch of a lesson plan. Go great. Now I can take it from here and do something cool with it.
No, that's
what
they're, because it was an asynchronous class, kind of
yeah,
and it was all ChatGPT.
Right. Well.
So.
Yeah.
Which Sammy was just like, well, then why am I paying to go to this class when I could just ask ChatGPT?
Yeah, Corgi makes a good point. It's not updated rapidly because it's not really updated in the sense of updated. It's using predictive algorithms to make complete sentences and complete ideas and build things based on what's likely to occur given the inputs and what a statistically likely output based on the input is going to be. But what it's not doing is going out and saying, okay, let me make sure this stuff is actually factual in the world. And It looks like it, 90% of the time it gets it right. But, a few times it doesn't because it's all based on probabilities. So people that are misusing ChatGPT just seem to have a fundamental misunderstanding of, A, what it's for, but also more importantly, how it actually works and what it does and what it doesn't do. And it's so much fun, though.
What I use ChatGPT for mostly at work is when I have an issue with using stupid Excel that I can't figure out how to format something or to get something, and I ask ChatGPT and it tells me, and I'm like, boom, boom, it's done. That's what I use it for at work. And I used it today, and I'm like, that's what it is.
There's a software engineer I used to work with at Applia. Not Rick, who I've mentioned many times, a different person, but he retired a couple years ago, and he was, he has his own little programming projects on the side. And on LinkedIn one day, he said, "You guys got to check out what ChatGPT can do for programming. It gets it 95% right. It gives us a complicated programming problem and it spits something out. And you still have to go in and fix it, but." Something that would have taken hours or a couple days to write can be done in 60 seconds. I mean, how is that not awesome, Excel is wicked powerful.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and I guess fundamentally, I grew up I was born in the 70s and I grew up in the 80s, and I've always been into technology. I'm a ham radio operator. I think I'm a Star Trek fan, and Star Trek trades on the idea that technology will improve humanity to the point where we become better people. I fundamentally think technology has that power, and it has all these downsides. And hurdles and roadblocks and misuses, but on the whole, we're moving forward towards something better, I think, even given all this crazy politics going on. So I'm an optimist about technology. I'm not a technophobe in any way, shape, or form. I fundamentally am a modern digital utopian in the 70s, 80s, 90s sense, and I probably will always remain that way. And it frustrates me when other people aren't actually. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's, there's just crazy shit. Like, I just watched a YouTube video on the history of the barcode, for example, which is fascinating. But when barcodes were new, there were all these crazy religious people thinking the mark of the beast was a barcode that was going to be encoded. It's just crazy, weird shit. And, every time there's a new technology, there's always the haters and always the people that fear it, and there's misuses of it, of course. But, on the whole, we live in a world that's better than the world of 250 years ago, or more, or even less. And technology has raised the quality of life for people in ways that we modern people who can barely see past our noses have a really hard time understanding how hard the world used to be. Like, for example, I mean, in my own family, like one of my great-grandfathers was born in Nebraska in a sod house, a dirt house, because they didn't have trees in Nebraska. They built houses out of sod bricks. And I have a picture of the house where he was born. I find it inspiring because that was 1875, and here we are 150 years later, 2025, and look at the world we live in compared to my great-grandfather who was born in a dirt house. It's like, how can we say technology is bad? Yeah. It sucks if you're an artist and you're competing with AI, but darn it, look at what it's done to raise the quality of life for all of us, even the poorest people among us. And it's just so easy to lose sight of that. I just don't care about the starving artists who are worried about AI. I don't. It sounds so cold-hearted of me and so conservative of me, frankly, but I just think they need to find a better battle to fight. Make better art. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I use AI patterns, but not all of them. Some of them are based on stock photos, which are free and public domain, of course. I keep a subscription to Midjourney. That's what I use for the cross stitch patterns. I pay for that, so it makes a bit of money. And I need a bit of money right now, so. I do enjoy the weirdness of coming up with weird, cool ideas. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, diatribe over. That's my diatribe about AI and technology and the way we can't see past our own noses with it. I had so much fun going to the Vintage Computer Museum, though, or the Vintage Computer Festival and the Computer History Museum. That was so cool.
No, it was a lot. It was a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
I'm glad I was worried you'd be bored out of your mind.
No,
I love that you found the abacus the coolest thing to play with.
I'm still obsessed with it.
I gotta pick you up an abacus one of these days. It's like mass-produced furniture versus hand-produced furniture. It's like there will always be a market for hand-produced furniture. It's going to cost more. Very few people can make it. Very few people can make it well, but it hasn't gone away. There's still people that make furniture now, but most of us don't buy furniture that way. It's just not economically, it doesn't make any sense, And sadly, I think art is the same thing. It's a commodity, and I'm creative in a great many ways, but fundamentally, it's a product. And it might be a creative, authentic, expressive product, but it's a product nonetheless, especially if you're trying to make money with it. And it just, but I always have an anachronistic bent to me. I still like messing around with old ham radios with vacuum tubes and stuff. And so, new things come along, but that doesn't mean the old things have to go away. There'll be new kinds of art or art-like things. Maybe a postmodern simulacrum of art. Maybe it's not real art. But that doesn't mean art's going away. It doesn't mean artists are going to go away. They might have to figure out a better way to make money. But they'll still be artists. I'm not worried about there not being artists anymore.
No.
Right. I mean, there's something in the soul of an artist that makes them do what they do. It's like, it's like Michelangelo. Didn't he have some saying about the sculptures already being there in the marble, and all he had to do is kind of get rid of the unnecessary pieces? There's a special kind of person that sees the statue in the marble, and those kind of people will always exist. And You know, in the meantime, you know, the ancient Romans used to crank out copies of Greek statues for mass consumption. But you know what? Here we are. There are still sculptors today, right? I'm just not worried about the effect on artists. Artists will create because that's what artists do, and they're not going away. So, yeah. Diatribe 2 over. It's fun how conversational ChatGPT is too, because it's very much like, I mean, even at the Vintage Computer Museum, we saw some early Turing test chatbot type attempts from the 1960s onward, and you know, we're living.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, we're living in an age where there's something that is very much like the Turing test happening, where the responses are so authentic sounding that it's getting genuinely difficult to distinguish an artificially generated response from a human response. And it's maybe same thing with artwork. We're getting to the point where we can't distinguish AI artwork from authentically created artwork. And what does that say about the consciousness of an artist? What does that say about the consciousness of a computer? We don't know yet, right? It's just, you know, maybe in 5 years from now, maybe 50 years, maybe 500 years, maybe 5,000 years, we'll have a better understanding of it than we do now. I suspect, though, that we probably won't live to know the answers, that those answers are still going to be a long time coming. And but in the meantime, technology progresses, and it's one of those, you know, that here's the train, either get on board or get left behind. And, you know, artists don't like being told that, I don't think, so. No one likes being told that. But artists in particular probably don't like being told that. But yeah, so I'm in the cross-stitch pattern selling business, not in the starving artist business. I do enjoy hearing people's creative uses of artificial intelligence. You know, they're always the bad actors who are, you know, cheating on their college papers with ChatGPT. But for every one of those, there's 9 people doing something really cool and creative and awesome. Nothing related to the subject, but I must Yeah. Tell me about it. I've been drinking water. It's also dog o'clock, so you must lurk. Yes, take care of that doggo. It's always cat o'clock here because Dinah hangs out with me wherever I'm at. She's right here on the bed here. You can probably see her in the stream a little bit. She's just chilling. I'm her favorite human, so she just kind of hangs out with me no matter where I'm at. She cuddles with me every night. 2 doglets. What kind of dogs? Oh, you gotta go. But what kind of dogs? I'm curious. Yeah. I'm not a dog fan so much. I'm more team cat by temperament and by experience. Mini schnoodle. Oh, wait. What? Oh, I'm trying to pronounce Pumpwawa, like Chihuahua, but a Pomeranian and a Chihuahua. Got it. Yeah, I have had dogs in the past. When I was a kid, we had a couple dogs, and they were nice. But I've always been team cat. Even when I was little, like a kid, I was team cat. I like cat temperaments better than dog temperaments on the whole, with exceptions. Okay, I gotta choose some new pets to throw in the mix here. How about the spirit crab and Yipper? This is such a cute pet, Yipper. Check him out. He's cute. Have a good night, Corgi. I appreciate everyone who tunes in, even when we disagree about things. I appreciate everyone. You know, I'm fundamentally a philosopher. It's not like philosophers are strangers to disagreement. So we kind of thrive on it. I've been accused of being a contrarian at times, not unjustifiably. Would you say I'm a contrarian?
Yes.
Yes, see, Susan completely agrees.
1,000%.
There you go, 1,000% contrarian. Are you sure? I'm sure it's not 2,000. Yeah.
I see what you did there.
No, can't be 1,000. But I think, I mentioned I was driving this young guy today who's going to be studying video games, and it's funny because he was describing something that people have said about me that his coworkers observed that whenever he talks about making video games, he lights up. And same thing with me. I like programming. I like doing technology stuff, the vintage computer stuff. It's like, okay, those are lighting me up, and other things light me up too, as you know. But those are lighting me up right now, and it's fun to lean into something that's genuinely enlightening.
Yes.
So insofar as I will probably have to explore a post-educational career path, so to speak, I gotta figure out what that looks like, and I don't know yet, but I want to do something that's authentic because life is short. So
yeah.
And same thing with me. I'm really enjoying learning to make games. It's genuinely fun.
Yes, you are. You do. You light up when you do it, when you talk about it, when you think about it. Even when you're having an issue, you still are.
Oh, I get in problem-solving mode where my head was just spinning on that problem on Sunday night. I don't know if I was grumpy.
You weren't grumpy.
But I was definitely flustered.
You weren't grumpy, but you talked about it. You wouldn't let it go.
I don't like it when the machine gets the best of me. It's man versus machine. I'm gonna tell that machine what to do. And I was not going to rest until I came back the next day and was able to fix the problem. So, the best work I've done in my career and projects like this has been in partnerships. I don't really like groups. I think groups produce the lowest quality things on the whole. World of Warcraft aside.
Were we taught that in high school? Group things don't work.
They don't work. Yeah, they didn't work in high school. They don't work now, right? They devolve into groupthink. Absolutely. But partnerships where you have two people that are like-minded working on something can be amazingly effective. But change it from 2 people to 5 people, and it just seems to go to hell in a handbasket.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So all the good work I've done in my career, other than my own personal projects where it was just me, which I do good work on things, but the work I'm the most proud of has always been done in one-on-one partnerships where it's easy to bounce ideas off each other and get moving on something and make something amazing. And that's what's been so fun about this. It's how I like to work. It's not just the kind of work I like to do, it's how I like to work.
Yeah.
That's making it fun. Well, I'm kind of inclined to call it an evening. We're creeping up on being. You want to bet that on more?
A little bit.
A little more? Yeah, sure. You don't have to log off yet. Yeah.
Just a couple more because I'm.
I have to get up early tomorrow, but I'm not worried about it. I'm a night owl,
How early do you have to get up?
I'm probably gonna set the alarm for 5 if you're getting up at 6 something.
Yeah.
That way I can just leisurely get a shower and not feel like I'm holding you up in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, I work. Well, I mean, working from home, so.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Even if I can get in the shower.
Yeah, I just want to be at the car dealership by 6:45 so I can be first in line or second in line and not have to drop off my car and never see it again for 24 more hours. I want to get it in and get it done, and still be able to go out and do some Uber driving tomorrow, or just come home and relax or whatever.
Well, and remember, like I said, I have a call at 10:30 and at 11:30.
Right.
And the 11:30 call will probably, anywhere between a half hour to an hour. So
I think I'll get the oil change done. Then I think I'll take it and get it cleaned, because the inside needs it a little bit after a few days. They had it cleaned, and then someone tracked in a bunch of junk, and it just looks too junky back there for my taste.
Yeah.
I want to go get it cleaned, and then maybe do some Uber driving after that, and then I'll do some driving this weekend to make up for the unusually slow days this week. I am a little worried about switching to a different game environment. I just know it only gets more complicated from here. So,
My love, you'll figure it out.
I appreciate the vote of confidence. I
My
do.
love,
But
I'm
not free of anxiety when it comes to it. Even given I know I'm an autodidact and I learn things quickly, but I just know it's going to be more complicated than this game. So. And at some date in the not too distant future, I'll start talking about what my idea for the next game is. But for now, it's just an idea. This pet is so weird, this unstable tendril.
I like it.
It was fun. I don't remember where I got him. It was fun. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm all I had was some low-level pets. I'm just slowly leveling these up to 10 to try to get this achievement done, this rookie pet mob achievement. That's what we're focused on at the moment. It's kind of a fun way for you to explore old parts of the world. There's no real reason to come over here much anymore. If you've done some of the... I mean, you haven't done the quests here, so you can do the quests, but, I don't have much of a reason to hang out in Dustwallow Marsh anymore. So, it's fun to have a reason to come check this stuff out. Definitely did not drink enough water today. Been living on coffee.
My love.
Powered by caffeine for 37 years. I'm gonna swap pets. Why can't I do anything? Yeah, turned into a frog by a toad. Oh. Okay, my tiny harvester and my winter rangeling have reached level 9. Get them there. It's kind of fun to be pet battling. For years and years, I kind of just very occasionally did pet battling, but kind of ignored it. And now I'm been bit by this pet battling bug.
You're welcome.
Thanks to you. See what you created. Continue to rotate out this unstable tendril for the moment. Oh, I don't know. How about a gold beetle? There we go. So we got a snake and a snake. I just love the animations. They're so cute. It's amazing how much personality they gave to these little pets, though. Like they don't really have much in the way of like.
Yeah.
You know, they're not over animated, but they packed in a lot of personality to these relatively simple animations. I think. I'm amused by watching them fight. Alright, my winter rangeling has reached level 10. Right. So I should be at, 65 out of 75 now. You're a little ahead of me, but I'm feeling pretty good. Of course, I want to do this getting attacked here, this pro pet mob, because that gives me a singing cricket as a pet, and who doesn't want a singing cricket?
I want to see it.
I wonder if it looks like Jiminy Cricket. That would be funny.
Or as close as they can. Because,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, there's so many, references in this game that, strictly speaking, but they're fun. So.
Like some of them are dangerously close.
Well, like there's this non-playing character that sells handbags named Harris Pilton.
What is it?
Harris Pilton, and it sells bags.
Well, I mean, but Paris Hilton is not really just known for selling bags. She's just
no, I know, but of course, it's not. Is it a jab or is it a compliment? I don't know. Right? Who knows? But there is a Harris Pilton in the game selling handbags, essentially. Wait, I'm not sure where it is. Let me see if I can Google where. I forget. It's been too long. Let's see. Wow, Harris Pilton. Okay, Harris Pilton is a blood elf vendor who can be found in the World's End Tavern in the lower part of Shatrath City, accompanied by her dog Tinkerbell. Yeah, so let me find. Is there a picture? I might have to do an image search here. Here you go. Here's Paris Hilton,
Yeah.
or Harris Hilton selling her bags.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, and her little subtitle was socialite.
Because that's what she is.
It's hilarious. Still funny after all these years.
I mean, it's not that creative because it's kind of on the nose.
No, yeah, exactly. There's another little NPC in Gadget Zan in Daenerys, actually. It's a little character who's what's it called? I think the character's name is, it's like Geordie Lapforge or something, and it's in charge of the little transporter there, and he's got these little Star Trek looking shirt and these little goggles, kind of like Geordie's visor, and he's in charge of the transporter.
I mean, well, I mean, I wonder if they get like permission to kind of do like a little.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Parody of it, because obviously, look at Weird Al, like.
Yeah. I have no idea, actually. I do not know.
Because I always heard, from a lot of the people that that he would do his parodies of, like they love his parodies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have no idea to what extent it's fair use and commentary, and to what extent it's, that's a great question. I do not know the answer to, but it might fall under fair use because, parody is generally considered fair use, and so Weird Al might be able to skate by on fair use for most of his stuff. Maybe not all of it, but a lot of it probably.
Well, no, I mean, that's the thing is like, yeah, I don't think he had to. I think that's probably what he got by on.
Mm-hmm.
And I know from, like watching interviews and whatever, like people are like, oh yeah, I love his version. And they're like, I like his version better than my own.
Parody is a type of commentary, and commentary is generally considered fair use. And so probably it's not even getting away with it. It's just how it works, we have to be able to comment on and criticize and, offer commentary on various things. Our intellectual life depends on such things as a culture. I just got turned into another frog. Oh, and let's see, what's dead here? It's weird. Why won't it let me choose my winter rageling? Oh, because that's the one that's turned into a frog. Got it. Yeah. I like the ones that have the swarm ability where you get a swarm of bugs or whatever going on. I get a kick out of that one. On the whole, do you like pet battling here better or in Daenerys better?
Kind of like here better.
I'm curious why.
I don't know.
I can tell you're getting tired of Daenerys. Weird.
I'll get. I mean, but the thing is it's not that I was tired of Daenerys. It was just. I was just getting. We were there for so long. I was just getting bored of the pets.
We've done a pretty good job on the pet achievements. And, you know,
Yes,
we
we
got a bunch to do.
have.
We've got a bunch done. You know, look at this. All these safari ones. I have 884 out of 1,000 for the Master of Minions achievement. Collect 1,000 unique pets.
Wait. Oh.
I still need to do Northrend Tamer.
Wait.
That'll give me the Continental Tamer achievement. Northrend Safari, still working on that one. And you have the Zookeeper achievement, right? Already?
I
Or
do.
the Zookeeper title, I mean?
I do.
Yeah, the only one holding me up on that is Northrend. So, yeah, good in there. I see a couple people dropping off the stream. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Really do. I hope it's enjoyable. Not doing anything challenging, just nice. The Zen of World of Warcraft pet battling. Zen and the art of pet battling. That's what we're doing.
Hmm.
Remember when that book was all the rage, Zen and the art of motorcycle maintenance?
No.
You know what I missed about working at Radio Shack back in the day and working in the mall? I missed being able to go to the bookstore on my lunch break and meander around and look at books for half an hour every day.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. I used to do that all the time. I was always coming home with a new stack of books. I still do. I'm always buying new books and Kindle books most often these days. You can see I've got, you know, books are never too far out of reach for me. It's a fraction of my collection. Most of them are in storage right now for practical reasons, but one day I'll get them all back out of storage and on the shelves.
Yeah.
Let's see here. It was fun watching Miss Congeniality the other night.
Yes,
I forgot how much I like that movie.
It was so fun.
Be the crown. That's what we're doing right now. Be the achievement. Be the achievement. Hey, Dana, come on up. Come on. Come here. Stream cat. Switch cat. Come on. Yeah, come up here. I see it in your eyes. Oh, no. Going over there. Okay. Oh, now you're coming up. Come on. Oh, she's going your direction now. I do enjoy putting in a pet that I haven't used much before. 'Cause you get to see different animations and stuff. It's fun. That's what I like most about it, just kind of watching the animations. It's very cozy. Appropriately so. What? It's, it's kind of a play on words, but I like the cozy parts of World of Warcraft. It does make me feel good. Like they didn't have to make this game as cute as they did, but someone chose to make this little squirrel hop around and be all cute, you know?
So cute.
Alright, another one hit level 10, so that puts me at, let me check, I think 66 maybe? Yeah, 66 out of 75. Getting there. Oh, I should have rotated them out. That's okay. But alright. Down we go. Good. Isn't she a good cat? Squirrel's pretty cute. I like his little hop that he does. He hops forward and then hops backwards a little bit. It's cute.
Very cute.
Oh, excuse me. Don't mean to yawn at everyone here. Just it's the end of the day.
So are we almost ready?
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are. Get a good night's sleep. Got to get up early in the morning.
Yeah.
Let me find a streamer to raid here. Since we have a few viewers, let's pass it forward. So give me a second. Let me see who's on here. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see who is on. How about Stormwolf48 /raid? Hope everyone has a really good night while I'm typing this in. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. Thanks for the new subscription. And mainly just thanks for the company and the conversation and the enthusiasm. And we're all in this crazy life together. So thanks for coming along for the ride. hope everyone has a really good night, and we'll probably be on tomorrow, I would imagine, at some point.
Yeah.
Tomorrow evening, I would expect. Maybe you seem skeptical, so maybe not.
No, absolutely. Yeah, because
Absolutely.
we're leftovers for dinner and maybe a redo on ice cream with Amanda if she's feeling okay.
Sounds like a solid plan. Can't say no to ice cream. Never say no to ice cream. Speaking of ice cream, you know this story, but my grandfather grew up in, he was not a kid, but he was a, preteen and teenager during the Great Depression, and they could never afford ice cream when he was growing up. He always loved ice cream, and so to his dying day, he kept a big tub of ice cream in the freezer. Never told anyone they couldn't have any ice cream. Everyone could have as much ice cream as they wanted.
It's so sweet.
It is sweet, I like that about grandfather, Yeah, he always wanted ice cream, so now he can afford ice cream.
I love that.
Such a simple thing, so don't say no to the ice cream. Have some ice cream. It's all good. Grandpa would approve, yeah.
I love that, yeah. No, it's great.
On that note, everyone have a good night. Go have some ice cream if you have some ice cream in your freezer, and we'll catch you tomorrow. I'm going to hit the button and pass this over to Stormwolf48. Have a good night. Really appreciate everyone.